You and me.
We're just waiting on a few more people to come in. Hey, Mafia Mama, how are you, love? We're just waiting on a couple more people. We'll do one last song, and then we're going to open up boxes. Guys, you are going to get some insight tonight on victims of SP. We are going to be covering SP tonight on Live Awareness. You're going to hear many different people from across the time with involvement with SP, people that have been scammed by her, people that have been mentally hurt by her. This is a platform for victims. This is a platform for anybody who would like to speak. I can feel it coming in the air tonight. Oh Lord, I've been waiting for this moment all my life. Oh Lord, can you feel it coming in the air tonight? Hi, KK love. Stamp your tickets. Get on in here. Stamp your ticket. Stamp your ticket. I see you, Linda Ethel. I see you. Explain. Stamp your ticket. KK, I see you. Stamp your ticket. Get on in here. Good evening, SP's Road to the Whorehouse. Yes, sweetest pie, that is SP. Stamp your ticket, Sally. I see you. Get on in here. All the gloves are off, baby. Music. Stamp your ticket. I see you. Because what you don't do is do that shit to my people. Hey, bucket of lies. You can fuck around and find out. You can fuck around and find out. You make it through the snares and alligators, but once you get to the gate, you can't depend on your winners, cause you'll be orientators. I stamp your ticket, Jenny. I see you. I stamp your ticket, Whoopi. I'm giving out free buckets tonight. Wicked, I see you. I'm gonna stamp your ticket. You can fuck around and find out. Guys, I am gonna allow people in the boxes tonight. Again, you're gonna hear for some people. Hey, Imperfect. You are gonna hear some people that have been truly screwed over by SP. You are gonna hear some people that have stories of when they were with SP. I'm gonna ask each and every one of you to please respect the people in the boxes. As we all live and learn, right? We all have learned something about people that we don't like or something that they have done to other people. And we take that as a lesson learned and we move forward. So I do want to say, please respect everybody in the boxes that come up and speak their experience and the experience that they have had with SP. But I do want to give them a voice. This is their platform, and we are allowing them to have a voice here. Their voices should be heard, and they should not be silenced for any reason at all. And with that being said, I'm going to open these boxes, and you guys are going to be welcome to come into the boxes. Nope, this is an open platform. Nobody will be blocked unless you are out of control and you are saying something towards our people that is absolutely unnecessary. I see you, KK. Let's see. You guys just request a box. You're going to hear from many different people tonight. Good evening, Chris. How are you? I do want to give everybody the opportunity to talk and speak their experiences. Hi, KK.
Hey, can you hear me okay?
Yes, we can hear you good.
Okay.
I'm going to try to fix these boxes so people can see them.
I'm getting all my stuff plugged up because I'm about to start dinner as I talk. Ooh, that's perfect.
Yes, so that people can see that picture and you guys can see comments and... Alrighty. Here we go. Much better, guys? Okay, awesome.
Yes.
I'm sorry about that. I tried to make it fit the entire screen.
No.
Welcome in, everyone. Awesome. Awesome. All right.
Okay.
So a lot of you guys know that KK left SP back in, was it September?
It was, yeah, I think it was September because it was a few weeks before I had officially been like a mod for a year. So yeah, I think it was in September. And then I do want to clarify, and I think a lot of people know this. I didn't initially stop being her mod because of things that she had done. It was for a completely different reason that I won't discuss now. But I will say, and I've said this before, had I stayed a mod, I would have eventually left on my own accord because of things that she did.
Yep. And as these guys are telling their story, because like we said, guys, we want to give these guys a place to get it out there. We want you guys to be able to hear their story and hear their side of things. Because when dealing with SP, a lot of people know it's a flip story. It's always a flip story. People hate her, people this, people that. You are hearing from people directly that have had involvement with SP.
Yep. And I was one of those people. She was one of the first people that I had seeing that did like awareness. So instantly I was hooked because I enjoy true crime, and awareness is somewhat like true crime. You find out information, you talk about it, you expose it, and you're learning information. So that's why I originally was drawn to her. I was like, oh, plus, she's entertaining. She's entertaining. So before I heard any of the bad stuff about her, I already had this. I already thought she was my friend. I already, had my certain feelings about her. So of course, whenever I heard these things, I was like, I don't like how these people are talking about my friend type thing. And it was the proof for me. I couldn't, nobody showed any proof, like black and white proof. So I did have to learn on my own. And I did, unfortunately. But I'm thankful. I think everything happens for a reason. And I think that I learned the way that I did so I could eventually tell my story and help other people see the truth. Because it's like, even if we don't have proof from back then, black and white proof, it's the patterns. It's the consistent patterns from the same things she did back then to what she's doing now.
And
it's a pattern. It's all a pattern.
KK, of how you started noticing. If you want to start from how you met her to the red flags to how you found out exactly who she was today.
Yeah, absolutely. So I first met her a long time ago. I met her through somebody else, through Tara. I know a lot of people know of her, but I met her through her, and that's when I started watching her. I watched her YouTube all the time. I was a silent watcher whenever I first started out. And then eventually I started getting to know everybody. And then she was like, hey, do you want to be a mod on YouTube? Because I was literally over there all the time listening while I worked. And then they integrated me into the mod chat. Once the first red flag for me, so it was actually a video. So I was in a different Discord of like a bunch of scammers, and this video of her saying something about, I think it's Beautifully Talented's house that had burned down. And I'm so sorry for that and for your loss. Something she said about that. That was when I first was like, ooh, I really don't like that. But at the same time, I was like, people have their off days. I don't know what was going on. This was way before me. But that's when I first started like, I don't know about that. And I just kind of like kept that in the back of my head. But after that, like I was going to walk away quietly, even after she pretty much attacked me in the mod chat, accusing me of posting this video comparing myself to her when it had nothing to do with her at all. And even after that, I was going to be quiet and I was just going to move on. But then I found out several people reached out to me and was like, hey, did this really happen like this? And SP had been filling their minds up with lies about things that I did that I didn't do. And I showed screenshots and I showed the proof. I was like, I never did that. That's not how it went. Here's the proof. So essentially she started lying to everybody in that community that was close to me, that I was close with, to get them to have this idea about me, to turn everybody against me.
So just to clarify, was she friends with you at the time she was trying to have everyone turned against you?
I mean, at that point in time, I had no idea that there was an issue other than what she had said to me. And I just chalked it up to, look, she's going through a lot. I'm just going to let it simmer down. You know, she'll reach out to me, because I tried to do my best. Like, I tried to do my best to help her in any way that I possibly could, from streaming on her YouTube, you know, clipping things, finding things. And I'm not the only one who did. There were several others that that did as well. It wasn't just me. I'm not trying to take all the credit. But I thought we were pretty close. But apparently, and I found out later, she was talking poorly about me almost the whole time. her and somebody else were talking poorly about me almost the whole time behind my back, and I had no idea.
So you had no idea that all this time, even over the amount of time that had went on, and you guys were close. Like, we all knew that you guys were very close friends at that time because you basically ran the YouTube for her. You did so many things and you backed her and you was there for her when no one else was. So at that given time, for her to be going behind your back and doing those things, it really truly makes you wonder how many other people she did it to.
Well, and talking to the amount of people that I've spoke to, I found out that it's several, actually. It's several people that she did that to, unfortunately. She would just use people. Yeah, voice of reason, exactly. It was one-sided. It was all one-sided, unfortunately. We might have loved her and cared about her and wanted to help her, but all she's seen a lot of us as was a money sign. That's all it was. We were a money sign for her. And the way that I felt, and I'm not trying to play the victim, but the way that I felt after she attacked me and basically told me to F off, I felt like the whole community was ripped far away from me and that I couldn't talk to anybody because I knew that's how strong of a pull she had with her community, with the community. Like, it ripped away in 2 seconds because she said so, basically.
So basically, yeah, she had people that whatever she told them to do, they would do.
I mean, yeah, and if she said it, it was the truth. If she said it, people believed it just because she said it with such conviction. And some of the things she said, even if it didn't make sense at the time, she would give you an excuse and a private message, and it would make perfect sense. Perfect sense. Like, oh yeah, of course that's how it was. Of course, duh. And it would make perfect sense to you, so you didn't question anything. Or if you did question something, you would get snapped at and embarrassed in front of the whole chat. Or if you just asked a question and she took it the wrong way, she would snap at you and block you, embarrass you. And then if she figured out you were one of her big gifters or someone she had gotten money from, she would apologize and be like, oh, I'm sorry, I took it a different way.
Right. So basically, she played up on the people. And by playing up on people, she would do it to the ones that she would only apologize to the ones that she knew was going to give money to her later.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure. Now, there were some that didn't give her money.
Hey, Lisa.
That she would keep around just because they were mouthpieces. And I'm not trying to dog anybody, but some people just couldn't give money, but they would definitely, go to bat for her.
And they would basically put it out there that she needed money.
Yes.
And I do know recently, as far as, because see, like I said, I never really looked into things until I started seeing the multiple videos over on YouTube. There's so many different things. And then after you left, remember, I actually sent you a message and was like, oh my gosh, like, this is wild. This is wild to me. So she had been doing this to multiple people many, many years.
Yep. Unfortunately, yep, she sure was.
And question, in the mod chat, like, would she ever ask her mods for money?
She wouldn't do it directly. She wouldn't, like, in the mod chat itself with everybody in there. I've maybe seen her do it maybe a couple times, just be like, basically dry beg. But of course, at the time, we seen it as, oh, hey, our friend needs help getting her medication. So several of us would help her, but then she would be like, she would message people privately, just straight up asking for money. And she would almost copy and paste the same exact message to certain people asking for money, and I can show that proof.
Yeah, so she would always, and it was always medicine. Because I know the first excuse, the first time I ever saw it, it was for her MAP meds.
Mm-hmm.
Is what she would say it was for. I think she was actually sitting outside one day, and that's when she said she needed to go get her medication. And I instantly was like, what
Yeah,
was she
and
arrested
it's
for?
always her meds. It's always her meds. And even if you go back through, and because it's not even the same time every month, it's different weeks. And I went through and I noticed that. So she would ask for help with meds like at the beginning of the month, and then like 2 weeks later, she would ask for help for meds again for the same meds. So either she's going through that or she's not really using that for meds. She was arrested for a 20-year-old warrant for rugs. 23-year-old warrant for rugs.
And do we still feel like we believe? And I know we don't want to say yes directly, but do we still feel like there's rug use there?
I do. And let me clarify by saying I have never been in an addiction. I've never gone through what an addict has. I've never done that. But seeing her behavior and how it escalated from even before she went to jail to right after she got out. At the time, like I just chalked it up to everything going on, but going back and rewatching those, it's, and I don't want to compare her to Lisa Richards, but it's very, very similar and close to the behavior swings and the type of behavior that Lisa Richards does portray. So, in my opinion only, I do not think she
Oh,
is
you can come on
clean.
up, Wicked. Yeah, and because there's lots of times that things did not make sense with her from her extremes of conversation. Like you and I can simply hold a conversation, right? But when at times I noticed two things with SP. When you would talk to her at times, she would be going off on 10 different topics.
Mm-hmm.
She would be going left here, she would be going right here, and then she would be in the middle of something. And then she would go to blaming somebody else, all in the same sentence.
Yep. She sure would. It was, and then she would finally come back around to that first thing that she started talking about, and then everyone's like, wait, what? It was wild. And now I have ADHD, so at first I was like, maybe it's just ADHD, and that's why I kind of stuck around for a little while, and I liked her because I was like, oh, I like her. I could follow her because she goes all wacky and crazy, but then like it got to a point to where it was more than just ADHD.
It was more, yeah, because she would be singing 1 second, blaming somebody the next. Then she needed money for meds. Then she needs this. Then this person is a shitbag. There's so many things there all at once. And that's where I feel like a part of that use comes in. You know what I mean?
Right. Mm-hmm.
And there's many times that she's been outside on a live stream. And if I recall correctly, wasn't there a live of her lighting something up in a previous past?
Maybe that might be a better question
I think Chris
for
might know that question.
Wicked. Yes. Yeah.
Or
I don't know if she
Wicked.
had lit anything up.
I do remember seeing it, but I couldn't tell you which what it, she
Yes,
did
I
like something
can't
else.
remember whose it was, but it was
Yeah.
a video that somebody had put out where she had something in her hand. It
Oh,
wasn't a cigarette.
yes. Yes. No. So are you talking about when she caught her hair on fire?
Possibly.
She claimed she had a candle going, and she was using dry shampoo, and she sprayed the dry shampoo, and it like, I don't know if I can say this word, BLEW, up in her face, and like singed her hair.
Yes, Chris, that's it.
It was a
Yes.
PIPE.
Yep.
Okay.
So I know SP like back whenever I was a mod, unfortunately for Trey and Jess, and she was like obsessed. You know, she gets obsessed with certain creators. It was Trey and Jess. It was was it Mufasa? I think it was his name. Was it right, Brooke? Was it Mufasa that she moved to after Trey and Jess?
Yeah, I heard she did cover Mufasa a lot.
Yeah, she did. She was obsessed with Trey and Jess. Like she made some, and trust me, I don't. Yeah, thank you, Rick. I don't think that it was. Yeah, like she made some very nasty comments concerning children, and that's where my issue is with. Like she still has. Yeah, it was obsessively. She still has my kids' pictures in her phone that she has showed recently, and I don't know if KK can confirm it, but it was shown months ago. My children as baby pictures.
I have some lives recorded from like September until she stopped going live. So if it was one of those, I might have it, but I do recall her saying that. I do absolutely recall her saying that.
And there was what was her name? This was back during the Trey and Jess era as well. I want to say her name was Jada.
Yes, Jada.
Yes. So there was a live Jada was having, and I didn't get it recorded. There was a recording at one time about, with it on it, but I don't know who would have it now because this has been a couple of years. Um, where she was in the box and she was talking about she had went to her her mat appointment, right? And she had to go back because she failed for METH. And she couldn't figure out how the METH got in her system. And I'm like, well, you know, there's only one way it can get in your system. You know, you're doing it. So, but and then she denied it. She said that, but there was a recording. I can't remember where that recording is or who would even have it. Like I said, it's been a couple of years. But she was at one time, at one point, she was asking people to mail her. She tried to get people to mail her their medication through the mail.
And didn't she have involvement around that same time? And this is just a question. Didn't she have involvement with Slot at that time?
Yep, sure did. But she was trying to get her mods, and I know one of them for sure to mail her their medication, their MAT meds.
Wow.
Yep.
And do we know that if there was any exchange?
I don't know if there was, but I do know she was trying to get them to mail them to her. I don't know if they ever did. And I won't say who it is because they've stepped away from her and I don't want to put their business out there. But I don't know if anything was mailed to them, but I do know that they tried. Felicia says yes, there was. And then I also had someone, and I think I ended up sending them out to people to get, and I know Chris got them, but somebody had sent me messages, screenshots of the mod chat messages that Chris is in, that was in rather, and you could see the dry begging in there, the asking for money in those messages.
Somebody said here, Toughest Flower said she tried to get my palliative care medicines and I wouldn't do it.
Wow.
Yeah, and there was another lady who followed her at one time, and SP wanted her to share her relatives' opioids with her, and SP promised that she would return them, and she didn't. So then her loved one went without his medication because SP didn't follow through with her promise.
See, I'm glad you're in here, Chris, because I know that you have followed SB a long time and you've covered her on multiple things to give people insight of the history here with her.
Yeah, SP's history goes way back. She didn't just begin scamming and manipulating people. This has been going on her entire life. Um, after being accused of trafficking a child, I needed to protect myself. I needed to protect my friends. She was accusing us of horrific, sadistic, criminal acts. And not only that, but exploiting an 11-year-old child. And she had been doing this for a year, and it needed to stop. So it kind of started with the protective order. And this child was Chris and Nikki's daughter. I don't want to speak too much on it, but a protective order was issued. SP had an opportunity to appear in court to state her case in front of the holy grail of the system that protects families, children, and individuals from predators, and she did not appear in court to testify. She actually went away on a weekend trip or something, a trip during that time.
And doesn't she also run a YouTube called Save Children or something?
Yes, that began to be her next big thing. She was going to save all of the children of the world. Now, SP, many people may not know this, but SP has 9 children of her own, and each of them were discarded. There's a possibility that there may be one more child.
So what I did was I began digging for the truth. I needed to know the truth about SP. I was aware of her behaviors and her shenanigans. I never wanted to be associated with her. But once she began covering Chris, she began inserting herself in mine and Mackenzie's lives. And then that ultimately became an issue. So I did reach out to family, and I've been in contact with multiple family members as well as multiple children of hers. You know, one thing that SP did was she preyed upon the vulnerable. She preyed upon DV victims, SA victims. She preyed upon people who were in addiction or who were in recovery. And she made those individuals, that's how she made up her community. And I believe that she thought that she could easily manipulate anyone who was vulnerable, and she was very good at it.
And kind of like the slot situation.
Yes, absolutely. And I believe that you can't have two scammers on the app scamming the same thing, and they butted heads. That's what I believe. They were both claiming to raise money to help domestic violence victims, and they were both putting that money in their pocket. That was their scam. So I believe they butted heads. There's a video on my page of Sluts actually stating that SP had reached out to her several times, asking her if she sent her money to a Venmo, would she immediately send it back to her on Cash App. So in other words, that's called money muling. And so what it is, it makes the money appear as though it's going out. Say, for example, someone gave SP a donation to help a DV victim. The SP can show that the money went out, but in all actuality, it just circled right back to her.
And that's called money muling. SP was doing that. SP Slots did call her out for that. But you know, SP also claimed to be a domestic violence survivor. She claimed to have a TBI. I spoke with multiple family members, and they all stated that she has never been in a domestic violence situation, that SP was actually the aggressor in the relationships. She was out of control, no one could control her, and that was from a very early age. At 14 years old, when she married her mother's boyfriend, which was her mother's first cousin and SP's second cousin.
Wait, what?
Yes. So SP's mother was in a relationship with her first cousin. She came home, and these are stories that have been shared with me by multiple family members. SP's mother came home one evening in bed with her boyfriend. This was SP's second cousin, her mother's first cousin. SP gave the man the ultimatum. If this is going to happen, you need to choose me or you need to choose her. And Ernest said, well, Katie, you have 5 children. SP has no children, so I choose SP. That very day, Katie went to the courthouse, signed the papers so that they could get married, and they got married. Now, Ernest had brothers. The story that SP shared with everyone is that the brothers all had their way with her. That's not true either. Multiple family members stated that it was actually SP that couldn't keep a nickel between her legs. Her husband would actually put talcum powder on the front porch before leaving for work so that when he returned home from work, he could see if there were footprints on the front porch to see if one of his brothers had been there to visit SP.
Hey, Chris, your mic is kind of covered a little bit. They're saying it's kind of hard to hear you. You sound like you're muffled.
Okay.
Yeah, I was letting her finish while I was, because I didn't want to. I was waiting for her. Thank you, Nikki.
You're welcome.
Okay. Is it better?
A little bit closer. It sounds like you're far away. It might be an earbud.
Yeah, I don't have it here. Let me turn off my Bluetooth and see if that helps.
Okay. Yeah, hang on, guys. Let's work through it. A lot of people here know Wicked's had a horrible experience with SP. Chris Truth-Tellers is actually how I found out about SP. I started following Chris's page and keeping up with the videos that was posted, even including to this day, I started following that page because people were like, because SP used to come into the lives all the time. And she would talk, and I never thought anything of it. And I started seeing more and more coming out, and I'm like, oh, yeah, no. We got to bounce. Like, I want no part of that.
Is it better now? Can y'all hear me better?
A little bit. You still sound like, it sounds like you're really far away from your mic. Like,
I don't know what's been going on with my phone. This has happened during a few lives. I'm right up next to my microphone, y'all.
yeah, it's a little better.
Is it? Okay, y'all just let me know if you can't hear me clearly, and I'll just try and speak slowly.
Now that's better.
This is better?
Yes, whatever you just did is so much better.
Okay, great. Now, one thing, it's no secret that SP was hooking. She's told everyone that. But what I find most disturbing is that multiple family members shared with me that SP taught her teenage daughter how to also hook and also introduced her to methany. And since that child has had addiction issues, she's incarcerated because of that. Out of all the 9 children that SP does have, there are 2 that unconditionally love her and they want a relationship with their mother. It's all of the children have been traumatized, but those 2 kids in particular cannot understand why their mother does not want a relationship with them. They have tried. She has rejected all 9 of her kids. That is not normal for a mother to reject one child, much less 9 children.
And wasn't there a video of her daughter speaking out? I want to say it was back last year.
Yes, there is.
2 of her daughters actually tried to warn everyone on social media about their mother and her scamming. SP sent her people to attack those girls. First, she claimed that those were not her daughters. She did not know who those hoes were, and if they come to you or message you, block them. The children were trying to prove that they were her daughters and didn't know how else they could prove it. And eventually they gave up, as many people have throughout the years at trying to expose her. They give up because she would attack.
And attacking even her own children.
Yeah, there is a video on YouTube. I did have it, and I could probably go find it easily. But there is a daughter on YouTube where SP does admit that those are her daughters, and she's like, the way she speaks, like I could never. First of all, I could never deny my daughters. Okay, but the way she speaks, she's like, okay, yeah, they're my daughters. So what the fuck are you gonna do? Where the fuck we go now? Like she's just like taunting. You know what I mean? Like, what are you gonna do about it? And it's disgusting.
That's sick.
So when SP began accusing myself and my friends of trafficking that child, she knew that I was beginning to learn the truth about her. And she did that to protect her scam. That's why she did that. Um, that's what was important to SP. Now, SP has no bills, and we know that she has collected more than $20,000, and that's just 2024, and there are many more victims out there, I'm sure. There are many people that left awareness. There are people that we may never reach because they've been run off. But that's we need all the victims anyone who's donated to SP for the past 3 years to come forward, and that's how we're going to hold her accountable. That's going to determine what authorities, what agencies we can utilize to have her held accountable.
Absolutely. So I definitely encourage anybody, if you're afraid, reach out. Anybody in here you can reach out to any of us. We'll get it. If you don't know Chris and you happen to watch this replay, reach out to me. I'll get it over to Chris. I'll get it over to Nikki. I'll get it over to whoever, KK. And it will be confidential. You don't have to worry about people speaking about your name. If you do not want it mentioned, we will definitely keep it private.
But last night during Homie's Live, I noticed that several people they had questions about the family in South Carolina, her boyfriend's family.
Yes.
So initially, that was one of the first steps that I took. This woman was accusing me of trafficking a child. I had every right to find out the truth about her and to protect myself, and my reputation as well. So I did reach out to SP's family. Well, Robert's family. Robert is her boyfriend, or was her boyfriend. So we had a conversation. He was very interested, not Robert, let me be clear. I contacted Robert's daughter. She didn't answer the phone. Her husband answered the phone. So he and I had a conversation. He asked me if I could call him back on his phone. He wanted the conversation to continue. He was very interested in hearing what I had to say. So I called him back. We spoke for a while. He was shocked. He said he had no idea. He would like to do his own research, and I encouraged him to do so. I gave him some sites that he could go to on YouTube to learn a little bit more about her history on social media, what she did to the YouTube community by taking money from their community. And that's what he did. He wasn't afraid. SP told everyone that I called them over and over and over again. I made them afraid to be in their own home. That was all a lie. All a lie. After she was arrested on that warrant. So the warrant came about because when the protective order was served on SP, it pinged in the NCIC system. NCIC is a system that law enforcement has, and they can check for warrants and things such as that. So it did ping on that. And she was evading law enforcement. She was evading that warrant. And I was contacting Lexington to touch base with them because she had not been picked up yet. And eventually spoke with Horry County again. And the last time I spoke with Horry County regarding that warrant, within 3 days she was arrested. So they made sure it was followed through on. But that I hoped at that point that would teach SP, give her some insight as to where she doesn't want to be, which is jail, but it had no effect on her whatsoever. She got out of jail, lied to everyone, told everyone they had violated her civil rights. She accused me of being the one that put her in jail, and her rights were not violated. The story that she told everyone when the law enforcement showed up was that multiple U.S. Marshals arrived. They surrounded her camper. They had all entrances and exits blocked off. They had U.S. Marshals behind her camper, in front of her camper. So I called Lexington. I spoke with the warrant division. A U.S. Marshal actually answered, and I shared with him what she was saying, that they had violated her civil rights. She was claiming that she had a lawsuit on them. And he said, no. He said her civil rights were not violated. The warrant was valid. And I asked him how many U.S. Marshals were arrived on the property to arrest her. He said none. I said, how many officers arrived? He said 2, maybe 3. So she exaggerated that entire situation for sympathy.
I mean, everything that comes out of her mouth is a lie. I'll just be honest with you. It's you know, my only thing is what I want from her is delete my kids' pictures. You have my kids' baby pictures. Why? Why do
Why
you
would
have
she
my
even
kids?
need your children's baby pictures? Like, why would you need that?
Yeah, and why are you displaying them on the internet for everybody? Like that's sick. My kids are grown, but they're still my babies. Why do you need my kids' baby pictures? Why do you have them to begin with, and holding on to them?
That's weird behavior.
It's
Um,
very weird.
and see, it pissed me off last night when I actually learned, because I am friends with Mr. Homie and Mrs. Homie, and they're great people outside of this app and inside of this app. They are who they say they are. They're amazing people, and I consider them family. And when I learned last night that she had sold their information, meanwhile sitting there as a mod for them, that really pissed me off. It pissed me off to no point. Like, I really wanted to say a lot of shit in Mr. Homie's box last night and lose my shit on that live, because that was just vile and disgusting. Meanwhile, she was sitting, yes, she sold Mr. Homie and Mrs. Homie information to Dax Emery. Yes, she did. While she was a mod for them. And while she was pretending to be their friend, she fucked them big time over, because we all know what happened with the Dax Emery situation. And what she did to them was absolutely vile and disgusting. And it just literally set something off in me last night. I was going to go live last night, and I was so pissed off that I just had to be like, okay, let's gather yourself before you literally get your account taken, because I just wanted to come on here and call her every name in the damn book. It was, it was heartbreaking to hear both of them, because I could hear the hurt. And, when you trust somebody and you become friends with that person and you have conversations with that person, you don't expect them to be selling off your conversation for money, to make money off of a situation. Like, that's fucking disgusting to me. You are a disgusting human being, not only for doing that, but you're disgusting for what you've done to other people. You have scammed people. You have lied on people. You have hurt a community of people all around, because I'm just now learning about some of this stuff and had no freaking idea any of it existed. And the more I find out, the more I want to just puke at the fact that you could show your face on a YouTube. You can show your face on TikTok. You can show your face in general. You have hurt too many damn people, SP, and you're fucking trash. And I say that. Send your people after me. I don't give two fucks. I don't. Send them to my comments. Send them anywhere you want to send them. Because I don't give two fucks. I promise you. Ain't none of these people gonna hurt my fucking feelings.
Unfortunately, now that the truth is coming out, SP, she didn't want people to hear the truth about her. She didn't want them to come to my lives, and she made them not like me. She made them believe that I was a liar and that I was trafficking children.
Mm-hmm. That's what she does, though. That's what she does. She, anybody tries to bring awareness on her, she will turn it around like they are jealous. They're this and this and this. She does that so that her people don't hear, and they just go and report, and they don't listen to what's being told, the truth about her.
What are they jealous of? Who is going to be jealous of somebody that's sitting out lighting up a fucking cigarette singing campfire songs in a damn camping chair?
That's her thing. She hollers, oh, they're just jealous. They're jealous because of the views I get, the gifts I get. That's her thing, that she thinks everyone's jealous about that. And I always, I didn't know it until Chris told me about her DV wasn't real. But I wondered because I seen a video of her daughter speaking about it, saying that, if and here's my thing, if I'm with a man and he's putting his hands on me and I leave, I'm definitely not leaving my child who is a newborn with that man who supposedly beat me and raped me. Okay, not gonna happen. But her daughter speaks on it in a video, and again, I can find that one and send it to you, Dora, as well. She's talking about it and said, if he beat you, why did you leave me as I think she was 6 months or 9 months old infant with this man and you never came back?
Are you Tamori's infant? She was 6 days
when her daughter, the blonde headed one, I can't think of her name.
Yeah, she was 6 days old.
6 days old.
Yeah, and not only that, y'all, one of her children told me that SP has a history of accusing innocent men of SA.
Mm-hmm.
SP accused her father of SA and her multiple times. That child, at a very young age, had to speak to a judge on 15 different occasions to explain to a judge that her father did not do those horrible things to her that her mother claimed that he did. And that was very confusing to her as a child. Why am I speaking to a stranger about something that I don't even understand? That's how she explained it to me.
And how can she? How can she give anybody any damn advice on anything or come on this app like she is king shit and sit here and do all this shit to people? The shit she did to KK, the shit she did to everybody.
All of us. I believe that the majority of all of us in this room right now are victims of SP. And I tell you what, if I can see it now, SP coming back 2 months from now, pleading with the community to please forgive her, claiming she relapsed. Please forgive me. I'm sorry. It was my addiction. I relapsed.
She did. Yes, she did. Lies of Tamari. I'm sorry, Chris. Yes, she did. She did KK dirty as fuck.
And I just kind of want to piggyback off of a little bit of what y'all were saying about the whole, because I just did a whole live about this and lost my main account for a whole week about women who claim things that happened to them that actually didn't happen to them and make innocent men suffer. She's not the only one who's done that, and I do believe another mod.
Oh, imagine that. There's that
mod
fucking
of
Lauren
hers.
account. Sorry, KK. Lauren.
You're good.
USP?
I do believe. Oh, that account.
Yeah, that account just came in here. Would you like to talk, Lauren? Go ahead, KK. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to say that I do believe that an ex mod of hers did the same thing as well and lied about somebody in the community doing things. And I had a very bad taste in my mouth of this person because of these things. And then come to find out, this person was trash talking me to this other person that she told us things happened with. I'm trying to be very selective with my words. And it turns out that it was likely all lies and none of the weird text messages, if you get what I mean, the weird text messages happened like she said they did. So once again, it's another pattern with another with somebody that was involved with her. Someone with the number name.
Yep.
From my experience, that's always been what it is with SB, is just another drama. You know, she has always been the judge, you know what I mean, in her mind. She's able to judge others for what they are doing wrong or right and be that person that says, like, this is wrong, this is right. But when the shoe's on the other foot, she can't take the heat at all. She doesn't like being called out for being a scammer. Now, my question is, it's coming out that she is the type that would lie about her own DV situations. Is the entire basis of her scam been a lie to begin with? Like, did she never have any experience with DV situations at all and start this entire scam based on a lie, you know, and then go forth and judge other DV situations on their real stories
Oh yeah.
on her own lies? Do you know what I mean? Like, that
Yeah.
in its own seems like a crime, if anything. You know, you're taking charity money. You're claiming to be a charity, accepting money from others, refusing to show receipts for where the money went, and claiming to be a charity, probably not paying any taxes, anything on that. And your entire charity was based on a lie. Like, that to me
That's friggin'
blows my
loosely.
fucking mind. Like, that's wild, man.
And something that she would do with the DV situations, so she would, like Nancy, she's in here. She would ask her for money to help these DV victims, right? And then, but she would have her send them under for different things, like for Dollar General, for dinner with your hubby, for,
To make it look fake.
yes, to make it look like it's not that like that. So when when Nancy came out and said, hey, no, we talked about this, she asked for DV money. SP pulls up those receipts and say, no, that's a lie. And at first I didn't believe her, but then a couple other people came to me and said the same thing. They showed the proof of the messages talking back and forth. And she did the same exact thing. Hey, send this to me, but under a different name, under gift, under friends and family, under et cetera, et cetera. Alicia, no, she did not pay that one lady's cell phone bill. I do not think she's helped any DV person. Like, the
So
DV
she
people she claims to
basically-
help, I don't think she did. I do know she helped a few people in the community, but they would always pay her back.
So am I
Which is not really
understanding
help.
that she basically pulled a slot there and did a charity for DV victims?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, absolutely, yeah.
Absolutely.
No, this has been her MO for years. I mean, even like last year when I was looking into her, that was my whole red flag right there. Was you are accepting money for DV situations, but you're not able to provide any proof of where the DV situation money is going. And then this whole thing blew up between her and G Unit, who promised a little bit of money. You
Yes.
gotta remember, a little bit of money her way, and when she didn't get it immediately, she flipped her absolute shit, which I'm sorry, but if you're collecting money for donations, that's not how you act. You know,
Right.
he was going to send that to her, and he did send it to her,
Does
and she
he-
absolutely flipped her shit. But then again,
Hold on,
you
my
know,
kid.
when it comes time to ask, like, hey, can you show any receipts for, like, where this money is going? How dare you ask me for that? How dare you not trust me?
If you ain't
Bro,
got shit
if
to
you're a
hide, you will
charity,
show
you
it.
need to be able to show that stuff. Like, you need to be,
And
and that was the red flag. But when I went to go look into it, everything was disguised as something else.
Does
Everything.
Yep.
anybody know who McKenna is? I just want to ask.
McKenna, I believe, is from the YouTube community. There is a McKenna from YouTube. Did she recently comment?
Somebody named McKenna said, "Can I come up?" And she's not coming up. Okay, she's good. Okay, I just wanted to make sure, honey. I'm sorry.
And then I do want to say, oh gosh, my train of thought. I was trying to say something piggyback off of Skimmy Awards. Someone did find an old screen recording of a video when all of that stuff happened with G Unit. It was G Unit, Slots in the Box, got you. Yeah, someone found a screen recording, and he had said he had tallied up everything, and it was like $1,400 that night is what she collected, and she was worried about $40.
$40. $40.
40 effing dollars.
Yeah, exactly.
Refresh my memory. Wasn't it also around that time that she made the comment about was it beautifully talented or when her house burnt down?
Yes,
Let me
it
get
was
the
right
date.
around that time.
Around that
like
time.
literally, I think it was a few weeks after that, because that was around the exact same time frame. Yeah, no, she was on a ratchet spiral. Not spiral because people still were supporting her, but like more.
It was
and
March
more
8th,
ratchetness was coming.
2023.
Yeah, it was. She was giving ugly vibes. Even back then, just not to the extent where people were literally like turning their backs on her. Her pit bulls were still riding pretty hard at that point.
Can I respond to something you said earlier? That's the only reason why I joined, because I'm like, I wanted to talk about something that happened on YouTube, and you touched on it for a second. Is that okay?
Who?
Oh, you.
Me. Yeah,
Yeah.
sure, absolutely.
You were like, oh, did she make this all up? Okay, what she does is she takes stories that she is like, hears from other people, and bring in. Broken into.
Oh, I absolutely remember this. I remember every part of this. Yes.
You remember that? Okay. I know who she stole the story from. And that girl was like, wait a minute. I was in a group message, and one morning, there was like a mass break-in in her neighborhood. That happens.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, and so she was just putting it in the group chat, like, I'm not talking this morning, this happened, blah, blah, blah. and then like a week later, Tamori's like, my boyfriend's truck was broke, or all this stuff, and she was hysterical. And there's nobody who's hysterical over a truck's being broke. I mean, it happens, but you can't be like, and everybody's like, oh, she just stole that story. And it's come out like more and more about all the stories she's stolen. It's wild.
That's, yeah. I mean, I knew she was doing stuff like that because there was a to make like a couple $100 for that shit. Like, she pocketed some fucking money for it. Did, but she disguised the money, she disguised it as special donations for gifts, you know what I mean? Take yourself and your hubby out for dinner and stuff like that. Couldn't add to the list for it because fucking, you know what I mean? The receipts, like, I believed everything. I believed it, but the receipts were in gift form. Do you know what I mean?
And
Um,
how long did she exactly start the scamming stuff? As far as back as I remember, I just met SP last year.
So
no,
this
this
has been
is
going on for years.
yeah,
This has been
decades.
going on since the YouTube days. YouTube
No,
is
no. Oh, can I just stop? Okay, wait a minute. No, she
yeah.
was on TikTok first, and then she flipped to YouTube because she got busted. And I actually just sent somebody some videos because ever since this person got in touch with me, I remembered some things and I actually downloaded them. So I had to like go back to my iCloud from like 2021 and 2022. This
Right.
started before then.
Yeah, no, way
Oh,
before
she was
that.
on TikTok first, and what she got busted on.
I believe she was on YouTube before that though.
Maybe, but she wasn't monetized. But she was actually also doing stuff on MySpace.
Okay, well that's like
Wow.
before like
Yeah,
even my time.
I know.
Yeah,
But
I didn't
what
see
she
any
got,
MySpace stuff, but from it was my understanding that she started YouTube first and then moved to TikTok when everything blew up on YouTube and she was getting called out for the $10,000
no, she was on TikTok
funds.
first, and then she got the girl. Her daughters busted her, and also what she did was so one of her sisters, she has a younger sister, and her son, who was like 7 at the time, had like an incident at a public pool where he almost drowned. Like, or there's some incident. She gets on TikTok and starts sobbing and says, "My grandson drowned, and he's at the or and he's at in the hospital." All this, it's just a whole thing. And somebody else, and then somebody from her family goes, "That's not true. He's fine. It's she doesn't have a kid or she doesn't have a grandson who's 7. That's not what happened." And that's
Immediately
when she
busted.
flipped over to YouTube.
Yeah, I remember that. I actually have the article from that incident of the child. He was transported to the hospital and
Uh
he was
huh.
perfectly fine.
He was perfectly fine. They just kept him from observation.
Didn't somebody's asking in the comments? Didn't she have a YouTube called Crafting?
It was called
Crafting.
crack.
Yes. Yep. She did. If you go onto the Tamari Reddit page, you will basically be able to see everything dating all the way back. It's a lot of darkness, though. I warn you, take your meds before you look through that shit, because it's dark. It's really, really dark.
Yeah.
And
the
I
people
just
who
came
put it
across a
together
video
worked
of
a
her
lot.
tonight doing something on a bucket.
Don't
Oh,
even.
God.
Yeah,
Do
make
we
sure
know
you
each
watch
other?
that one on an empty stomach. That's all I'm gonna say. Like,
Yeah, I'm actually putting a video together and it includes a clip of the bucket. I can't show exactly what she was doing.
you really can't. No. You
No,
really can't.
I was appalled. I just had seen that video like 2 minutes prior to me going live.
You're welcome.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's so frustrating.
Yeah, fucking Nikki.
Like you can hear
God
a noise
damn
in
it,
the
Nikki.
background.
Like, what the fuck?
That's okay.
Oh,
Why would you do that to these poor innocent people? Like, I know that video, girl. Like,
I
that's
can't stand you and Wolfie.
right up there with
I
those
fucking
Beth videos
can't.
you be posting. Come on now, like, come on now. Like, that's
Listen, some of these clips I got that I've not posted yet, y'all would be surprised at some of the shit that I've caught just recording recently.
oh, please don't. Just don't do what Nookie does and post them too early in the morning, please. Like,
Listen, some of them I've sent to Nikki. Just saying.
oh man, don't
I
start working
was
together,
just fucking
okay?
appalled. I'm like, what in the good fuck is going on?
What in the good
Video.
bucket is going on here?
Is it the dirty? Oh, I know what it is, but
Yeah, it's the dominatrix.
I mean,
Bucket.
it was a dirty bucket.
The dirty
It was
bucket.
being a dirty bad bucket.
Also,
and she had to teach it a lesson.
Chris here has an excellent video that she sent me of the dancing, and I sent it to you. I sent it in our Dora. I put it in there as well.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Lovely, lovely.
It's an amazing video. It's
Yeah.
on Chris's page.
Maybe don't add me to that one. I'm good.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Yes, Rain. Yes, but it was horrible.
It was really something. Like the bucket did not recover from what I understand.
Well, see, I never understood what in the fuck was there was so many people with. I think there's a name on here called SP's Bucket of Lies.
Yeah.
I never understood the names, but now I do.
Yeah.
Now I do.
Yeah. We put puzzles together today.
Yeah, Dora, there is a Reddit page.
Yeah.
Tamari's Lies Stop Here on Reddit.
Please don't have me going through that tonight.
That
Nikki.
shit will.
All
Yeah,
this.
no, it's dark. Like seriously, please go into it with a good mental state.
It's on Reddit, but there is a lot of
it's a dark space.
On that Reddit page. There is some useful, things.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
But a lot of it is also just trash talking, and some of it is a lot of bullshit. But like, sift through the bullshit, and you will find some like really like interesting facts on there for sure. The ladies that put it together put a lot of work into it, and honestly, like, props to them because like a lot of my investigation was done through that Reddit and through those ladies. You know what I mean? They did a lot, and they, like, again, some of it's a lot of drama, and some of it's not the receipts that they thought it was, which also really fucked up the investigation a lot. But
they're wanting to know what the Reddit page name is.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
Somebody just said it.
Tamari's
Lies Stop Here or something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty specific, but if you need it, message me, and I can definitely get it for you. I'm still part of it.
I'll share it to you, Dora, on Discord.
You're good, Lies. Thank you, Nikki. I really appreciate that. I was like, man, I was going through some of the stuff. I was watching basically the YouTubes, the TikToks, and
the YouTube is very informative too. The Crafting Through the Lies YouTube was very informative. Unfortunately, that also didn't really show very much like receipt, but it showed a lot of eye-opening stuff regardless.
Some of it's been hidden because of YouTube's terms of services.
Of course.
And there's like that whole thing where if somebody's banned, you can't have their, you can't keep playing the videos that got them banned.
Right.
So, but the one thing that I was helpful when I was looking through this, and I'm actually the one who got in touch with her daughters at first, like in 2022, because one thing that like bothered me was she was on a YouTube stream. And she was claiming to be wealthy, but she's living in like this roach motel. And she's like, hold on. That doesn't add up. And then she also said that her Cash App and PayPal were under her kids' names.
Wait,
and
what?
Like,
yes, she said
her estranged children, mind you.
Yeah, well, at the time, nobody believed that she was estranged. And I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. That's a whole bunch of tax liability. For months and months of like this fundraising, but these like girls who are in their mid-20s and have kids, they're going to take on like $5,000, $6,000 of tax like income. That's weird.
Yeah.
And I actually have some like nasty emails from her because I'm like, that's not true. Or I have a couple things I pointed out. I never accused her of that because I know not to accuse her of stuff specifically, but she was always like preaching about being like this domestic violence advocate, and I'm like, but then she would like recite things, and I was like, that's not a thing. Like, I don't know. She talks about like Stockholm syndrome as if it's an actual medical diagnosis. It's not. There's no it's not in the DSM. No accredited therapist, doctor, anybody thinks that's an actual diagnosis.
No, it's more just an anxiety, like an extreme form of anxiety than anything.
So can somebody enlighten us on the $10,000 story?
So basically, she had a fundraiser for this poor woman, J Diaz, I want to say is her name. I completely forgot. I think J Diaz. This poor woman was in a domestic violence situation, and SP put together all kinds of fundraising, getting the money together, like, you know what I mean? Like, just like, we got to get her from A to B. I don't remember the location.
Upstate New York to Texas.
Yeah. They had to get her from one place to another safely with her children, I believe. And when it came time to cash out that check to J Diaz, SP never gave her a dime. Never responded to it. never answered to it, claimed, like, you know what I mean, that she did in fact get the money and that she's lying. The only thing is, like, again, like, JDS came forward, she absolutely said, like, yeah, no, like, I never got that money. But she didn't show any, like, type of proof to show that she didn't get the money, you know what I mean? Which SP always used in her favor, basically.
So SP kept that $10,000.
What actually happened was, so that started in the YouTube community with Miss Diaz.
Yes.
So what she needed help with was to move to Texas to be closer to her family. She had an autistic daughter who required 24/7 care. Unfortunately, her daughter recently did pass away, but the community was helping her to move closer to her family.
Yes.
And Tamori agreed to be the holder of the donation, so everyone was donating to Tamori, and Tamori, because she was a corporate lawyer and her husband was a chemical engineer for the Department of Homeland Security. They
What?
trusted her.
No.
Yes,
Can
they
I
all
say
trusted
something?
her.
So she was so trustworthy.
Yes, but in all actuality, what happened was, see, JDS was full. It was two different platforms. Miss Diaz did not have a TikTok, and oftentimes different platforms don't intermingle together, like their YouTube or TikTok. What SP was doing on TikTok was telling everyone that Miss Diaz was a domestic violence victim. It was a completely different story, and she needed to raise money to get her out of this domestic violence situation. Miss Diaz found out because some of her followers were on TikTok and heard the story from Tamori.
Right, that's what it was.
Yep, and they began reaching out to Miss Diaz, you know, giving their condolences to her. They weren't aware that she was in a DV situation, and she was just shell shocked. She's like, "What are you talking about? I'm happily married. I have never been in a DV situation." But Tamori was lying on a completely different platform to raise money. So who knows, in all actuality, how much money she actually raised?
Yeah, because if she was actually going in between TikTok and YouTube.
Yep.
That's freaking insane to me.
Those YouTube streams were like hours every morning. Like they were like 3 or 4 hours long.
Oh yeah, no, they were very long. I remember sifting through like the replays of them, and like they were very, very, very fucking long. I'd have to put it on like super speed just to like watch through it. Yeah, no, they were long. At the end of the day, like this whole thing, SP doesn't know her own lies. Basically, I don't necessarily say that she believes them, but I truly feel as though she has just been, from the first day she put herself in front of a camera, playing a character.
No, somebody just messaged me and said SP's account came in here.
Oh yeah.
SP, if you're in here, we're all here, honey.
Come on up. It's been a while.
I mean, it would be nice so she could come in and answer questions for people. For sure. Come on.
I don't think that that's a good idea, but.
Well, and you know, I was going through old videos of SPs, and I started with one when she was explaining to the YouTube community, because they were concerned when Miss Diaz did not receive any of those donations that Tamori had relapsed. So Tamori made a video. She showed them a bottle, claimed it was hers, and that she had a prescription for her mat. Okay,
Right.
let's go back when she returned to TikTok.
Stamp.
After making a video proving to the YouTube community that while she lived in West Virginia, she had a prescription for her mat. Now she left YouTube, came to TikTok, and what she told the TikTok community was that when she lived in West Virginia, she had to purchase them, and they were 30 to 40 a piece. And while living in West Virginia, she never had a doctor because she didn't have insurance, and without insurance, she was not able to get MAT while living in West Virginia. She completely lied. And I have the video on my page.
Oh, well, yeah, and I know recently. Hi, Mrs. Homie.
Bitch, I seen you walk through that fucking door. Get a box and say something. You got balls? Let's show how big those fucking balls are.
Oh, can I just say one thing real quick? when she was on YouTube, she just said that she always said that her husband was a truck driver, and they just came into like a bunch of money. The LinkedIn was found later where she pretended to be a corporate lawyer.
At one point, he was a truck driver. That's what the family shared with me. But when I spoke with the family, his family,
Yeah.
he shared with me that he helps his son-in-law.
Yeah. No, but on YouTube, we just saw. We thought they were just like, what she said was they were, or she never claimed to be a corporate lawyer. That LinkedIn was found.
She's a fucking corporate bum.
Her LinkedIn is still out there if anyone wants to Google her
Hi,
name.
beautiful Sam.
Also, wasn't there? Okay, so there was also the journal where she was selling journals, right? And
Did
then,
someone get scammed?
and then there was also the elves that she was making for Christmas. And I do know a couple people that bought the elves that they never got them. They were never sent.
Are you talking about the junk journals?
The what?
Junk journals, because those can be like upwards of like $150, $300. Like,
No,
she
didn't
was.
she scam somebody? Didn't somebody purchase a bunch of journals and she not?
Yeah, she was making
Yeah.
she had journals or something. She was selling
And
journals. She was making journals or something.
this is so funny because this just came up on another show. They're called junk journals. I remember
Yeah.
they're those elaborate journals with like scraps, like scrap paper and jewelry, or you can put jewelry in different, like, they're big scrapbooks that people are supposed to fill in. Um, but they can be pretty expensive. Like if you look on Etsy, they can be a lot. And she said she would make one for somebody for $300, and she said they never paid her and she made it, but then that person said I paid her and she never made it.
Dora, can I say something before I get down there?
Yeah.
Oh, of course, Mrs. Hummy. You already know, love.
All right. One thing, she hurt a lot of our community. I don't like people saying she came with her group, her whatever, her this, that, her whatever. They need to remember that a lot of people were fooled. And when you love somebody, you stick up for them. A lot of our gals here loved her, and they rode for her. So when they say she came with her clan or she sucked her clan on you or whatever, that's not the point. The point was they loved her cold-heartedly, so they rode for her. Now, yes, we all know. Now a lot of them are sitting back and they're hurt. So don't say her and her this, her that. If you're going to talk about her little minions that are still next to her, that are her little mods or whatever they are, fine. But don't sit here and talk about my community. Because these are my girls. They're hurt. A lot of them are hiding in their houses because of her. A lot of them have moved because of her. So there is a lot more to be said about that. So don't.
A lot of people are hurt.
Yes.
Because she's hurt hundreds of people. She has hurt people
Renee.
that were her the only people that had her when nobody else did. And I just saw you come in here, Ghost Whisper, fuck you. Respectfully. If a mod can take care of that.
Miss Homie, I don't know if you remember, but here a while back, and you know, y'all always say have the evidence, and she had trashed my name on here till me losing the 3,000. I've said her doesn't hurt me as bad, and she had all these people believing that I was a bad person. I couldn't go in people's lives. I'd be blocked because of the lies told on me. And I went in Mr. Homie's live and I called her out on your live because she lied to me and said she had a DV, she had campers on her property, and she was helping these women. And I went on there and I thought if I went to KK, like KK said, she wouldn't have believed me. And I called her out. When I first started calling Doug and talking to him on the phone, I called her out. I got raked over the coals for that. But on your live, I kind of set it up my son works for Batesville Fire Department.
Wait a
They're
minute.
allowed to
Wait a minute.
do.
Say it word for word, because I'll tell you what happened word for word. You came
Okay.
in, you
Yes, I
offered her
did.
money, you offered her to give her all this money,
Yes.
then
I
started.
I offered because she was my friend and I was calling her out, and you don't know how bad that hurt me because I figured out she didn't have a DV situation through the text messages she sent me. So I told her,
How
my
many times did
son
I tell you, Nancy,
gets
not
to
to give
do.
nobody any money, not even on homie's life? We don't do that.
No,
And
no,
then
let
when
me
you started
finish.
crying, I don't know what happened with you and her, but the thing was, you didn't come out and say, you did this, you lied here, you lied there. It's recorded, sweetie. It's recorded.
Right. I told her my son would do his charity fundraiser for her domestic violent people. She freaked out and dropped me out of the box and said, no, 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 don't do that. Give it to somebody in your town. But I was trying to let people know there was no DV people. I might have not have went about it right, but
That's
that's what
not
happened.
just word it the way it happened. You know what I'm saying? If you would have came in and said, you lied, SP, I gave you money for this, that, and the other, it would have been a different.
Would you have believed me? Because I did say it. I said it
Not her.
accidentally, didn't know I was being recorded by KK. I said it to Doug on the phone. KK had to record it, and the minute I came clean about her, KK made a video calling me out, trashing me, and then my name was ruined from that day
Okay, but wait.
forward.
Why though? Because every
Because I told the truth
receipt
about her.
no, every receipt that came out had a different because this, because that. Do you understand where
Yes.
that was the
Yes.
story? It wasn't because you didn't give her money. We all seen you gave her money. But when it came out to, oh, it was for her and her husband to have a nice dinner.
That's how that was how I was told to put it.
Okay.
Whenever I sent her money, when she would tell me what it was for, when I was to send the money, I was to put it, oh, this is for you and your husband to go eat, or this is for Dollar General. That's how she had me send it.
I believe that. Like, I sifted
I
through
have
so
no
many
reason to lie
receipts,
about
and
it.
they all said that exact thing. Like, for
No,
dinner for you and the hubby and this
we
and
all
that.
believe
Like,
it. But when KK came out, she did post
Yes,
whatever.
she did. She did, and I gave her full permission to act on my behalf on whatever she had to do.
Yeah, and I have no
But I
idea
mean,
with you
I
and
was
Doug.
so
I don't know
scared of
what.
KK at that time. I'm not gonna lie. That if she'd have come to me right after she made that video and said, "Do you have evidence or proof?" I would have turned everything over to her right then. But I didn't know what to do. I sat on this for a long time, and finally I went to Chris Truth Tellers and Scotty, and I first gave all my evidence to Scotty
Mhm.
because I trusted him. Now I haven't done nothing to him, have never said nothing bad to him, and I'm locked in his room. I guess because I just exist. But I mean, because of SP, I don't put this on anybody. I'm just saying she burnt my name. I'm scared to death to go in KK's live and just start a conversation. That hurts more than the money. You can always get money back, but you can't get back the damage that SP's done.
And it's
And
Nancy,
all I ever wanted was friends on here. That was it. I came on this app to make friends because I live alone and I don't have any.
and that is such a typical story, Nancy.
it
SP
really
took advantage
is.
of you
And
and many
that's,
others, and that is very common.
yeah.
People are here to make friends, and they prey up scammers, con artists. They prey upon people like that.
Especially SP, like that's actually
Yeah.
her MO is she love bombs the shit out of you in the beginning
Yes.
and then just
And I
like
felt like I was
slowly,
buying a friend.
yes, you thought you found a friend and that is literally to a T her MO. And you know what I mean? Anything that she continues to convince you that she needs, send it under a gift. Send it as this, send it as that. I saw it firsthand like the entire time I was looking into her. I saw that. That's her MO to a T. So, you know what I mean? Just know that you're one of so many people who have fallen for that shit.
Yeah,
Thousands.
because she's got many victims out here, and if you see every friendship SP's ever freaking had, she's screwed it up
It ends just like
somehow.
this.
And
Just like
nobody's
this.
ever filed charges. How many of our women are elderly that can go and file charges because they're elderly? We can.
Or scammed.
Well,
Yeah.
they try, and then but by the time they catch up to her, all the evidence is gone, and because they've only given such a small amount of money, it doesn't add up with them.
But what you
Like,
can do is calculate that $20,000 and turn it into the victim's advocate office.
which
Yes.
one though? Because it's all over the states, so it's actually
Well,
federal.
well, you know, Chris, I'm going to get with you on that because, you know, I think you actually have the video, Chris, of recently where she was in Justina's live. And Justina was raising money for her.
Absolutely. Yep.
Yeah.
And Justina left our group, and I'm going to say this respectfully, and this irks me to no end, but Kelly Denton, Justina, every single one of them was sitting in there helping SP, saying that she needed money for this. They were trying to help her get money for her trip or whatever that was.
Our plane ticket. Yes.
Yeah. She
Yes, her plane ticket.
Yeah. She needed to escape.
But there was another group that also did that also before everything went to hell when Jacqueline and them were over there trying to raise money for her also. There's been many groups that have went and tried to raise money for her and shit has fallen off.
Yes, they did the begging for her. And respectfully, Justina and them used to sit with us in anti-scam, but then went to scam. They supported Jen is Stronger. They support SP.
Right.
No,
But KK did apologize to me, and I told KK, I don't know how many times, thank you, thank you, thank you for clearing my name. I mean, that probably don't mean much to anybody else. But, you know, just KK telling them, you know, I wasn't lying. Y'all don't know how much that meant to me.
But it does. It does.
It
Just
does.
like
It means a lot. But when you've been right through the coals, oh, she's a bad person. You don't need to let her in your life. You don't know how many times I had to sit back and listen to that.
Oh,
And I
SP.
thought, I'm not a bad person.
She knows. That's just what she does. So please know that you're not the only one.
Nancy, let me tell you something, girl. With these people on here, that's their MO. They want people to believe that you're all this big bad person. Respectfully, tell them to go fuck themselves.
there you go.
I would
I'm
never
just
say
saying,
that to
I have no,
KK.
I have no filter. I'm not talking about KK. I'm talking about SP. SP can
Right.
kiss my whole ass after what she pulled on Mrs. Homie and Mexican Homie last night.
See, I didn't know that she did all that to them because I left her group. I got out of it. So I didn't know that happened to Miss Homie. I seen it last night and I was shocked. I watched KK's video on it and I was floored that, you know, that she would do that to Mr. and Mrs. Homie.
Oh
Of all
yeah, she
people.
did, and I've been pissed since yesterday about it. And I'm pissed for every single victim that she has taken advantage of. Everybody that she has harmed, everybody that she's mentally put through it, all her victims, it pisses me off to no end because how could she sit up on a platform and act like that she ain't said shit, she ain't done shit, it's always everybody else's fault.
And I do want to clarify again, since, you know, Nancy's in the box and there's a couple hundred people in here. I do believe Nancy 100%. And SP absolutely was using Nancy for her money. She would talk trash about her in the chat, but then she would always unblock her after she told us to block her. And it is because Nancy was buying her friendship 100. It was one-sided. Nancy thought that was somebody who she had a friend in, And then for her to talk about her struggles with the things that Nancy was going through, with her stuff. I'm not going to out you again, like
No, it's
SP
okay, because
did.
she did. I told her I was trying to get off prescribed medication. She read it
Yep.
to her chat and then laughed at me.
And she outed that. And for somebody who is supposedly in, for
And
one, in
mine are,
awareness.
and let me put this out there, mine are prescribed by a doctor.
Well, and for her to do that and claim that she is clean and in recovery, and for her to put somebody down who told her that they were trying to detox off of it and not do those things, that was absolutely disgusting. And that really did put a bad taste in my mouth. You don't do that to people. You don't do it to people because you don't know if that could have sent you over the edge or not, because that's disgusting. And that's why I came up here. I believe you. I believe every single thing you have said about her, 1000%, because I've seen other people go through the same exact situation you went through when she said, send it for a different amount. Several other people who don't even know who you are sent me proof of the same exact thing. I believe you.
I just did what she asked me to do. I wrote it out. She
I know.
told me to. Well,
I
I
know.
mean, Miss Homie was asking me, well, why did you say for this or that? Well, that's what I was told to do.
Because you thought you were helping a friend.
But
You thought you were helping a friend. And just like you said, just doing what she told you to do. A lot of us, she would be like, hey, can you find this? Hey, can you do that? A lot of us just wanted to help her out, you know? And she gave you excuses as to why she wanted you to do it that way. And it made sense. So you just did it.
Yeah,
So I
see,
believe
it
you.
breaks my heart and it pisses me off.
And Nancy's not the only one, sweetie. We have another one in our community that her text messages were doxxed, and she had not even nothing to do with nothing. She did borrow money. She did pay it back, but her name was out there. And poor thing, she cringed and cried for days. I mean, it's a whole shit show when people don't ask questions. You know? And nobody's to blame though, because SP was a friend to a lot of these people when she could get what she needed out of them.
Yep, and
And
she
that,
used them and abused them mentally and bullied them, and she did nothing but trash them while she's smiling up in their damn faces. SP, you are trash. You are shit, is what you are.
well, she can go ahead and laugh, because I told KK a while ago she asked for permission, her and truth tellers, to act on my behalf. Whatever they want to do, how they want to do it is fine with me.
I give no
And
fucks what she
Nancy's
says about me.
thousands of dollars from Nancy, thousands of dollars from Miss Tammy, thousands of dollars from two other individuals, like
And I'm going to tell you, sitting in your
thousands.
live, KK, hearing Tammy cry because she hurt Tammy. Tammy was nothing but good to her ass, just like every single body else that's been a part of SP's life. And that pisses me off so freaking bad because these victims have a right to have a voice and stand out against her. That's what these platforms are for, is for people that are being taken advantage of by people like her. And hearing the stuff coming from people that she's hurt directly and scammed and trashed upon, SP, you should be a damn shame of yourself. You are a grown ass woman sitting on an app treating people the way you do and sit here and befriend them and then smile up in their face. Meanwhile, you're doing the nasty shit behind their back.
And there are still people to this day that are terrified to come forward, that are terrified to come in these lives on their main accounts because of the backlash that they would receive. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I was worried about the backlash until it got to a point where I found out between 5 people, she had collected $10,000 just between 5 people. 5 in the year of 2024. And I'm like, you know what? If there's this much money between these 10 people, and if she's lying to all these people that I love and care about me, I need to do something about it. And that's why I had my live. And since then, many other people have come forward, and we are over $20,000. I've received more receipts today, like a couple hundred more dollars. And I'm
And
sure
KK,
when
I'm
other
so
people are
proud of you.
ready, they'll come forward.
Yeah.
So once
And
again,
you know,
if
please
anybody
don't be
has sent
scared.
her money, exactly. Don't be scared. I promise you, we just need a tally.
No, you
I
don't.
would like to eventually post redacted receipts just to show that, hey, this is real. Like what we're talking about is real. These amounts are adding up to exactly what we're saying. I have seen almost every single receipt. People have said, hey, I gave this much. They would send a receipt. It's all adding up, and it's all over $20,000. Plus all of the gifts she got on TikTok. I'm not really counting that, but if we do, it's almost $24,000, and that's just the gifts from like 6 months of last year, not including her subs.
Hey y'all.
Hey Tammy.
Hi
Hey,
everyone.
beautiful.
Hi hon. Listen, y'all, if you have gave her money and stuff, please forward your receipts to KK. And you don't have to get in a box or anything. The reason I spoke about a month ago, and the reason I did this is so other people would come forward, because a couple people had said something to me about they had gave her money, and I had told them to go to KK, and I mean I didn't realize it was this much money, and my goodness. But don't be afraid. You're going to be protected, and I promise nothing's not going to happen to you, and we will protect you. But she needs to be taken down, and we'll
I
all
love
stand
Tammy.
together and stuff. And but we got to take her down, because I mean I'm just tired of her bullying people and her taking advantage of people. But that's a lot of money, you know. So, but I don't want her to take advantage of a grandmother or another person or something, you know. But it was hard to accept at first, because I mean I really loved her and everything and everything, but you know, but but now I'm just mad, and especially after what I heard yesterday. I was pissed. So, but
And no amount
anyway.
is too small. $5, $10, no amount is too small, because it all adds up. All of
Yep.
these small amounts have added up to over $20,000 between a handful of people.
And I
And
promise you, if you're a victim, reach out to us privately. We will be your damn voice, because I damn sure ain't afraid of her ass. I promise you that. She could send the damn half of the United States after my ass, and I could give two fucks less.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, but don't be afraid though.
yeah, definitely don't be afraid.
Yeah,
You know,
and
Please
definitely.
don't.
yeah, and
There
we're.
is
I mean,
no power no more. SP holds no power over anyone anymore. There is nothing to
No.
fear no more, my love. Nothing to fear.
and
She
the
is
people.
nothing.
Yeah, and the people that's come to me and KK or whatever, they don't. Nobody knows your names, so you know.
No, and I promise you, your name will not be put out there, but the cycle must end here. We got to band together to stop the behavior.
Absolutely. Now,
Yeah.
I
And
did speak out to the investigator who has handled Slots' case, and I asked for guidance. And he did share with me what we need to do to hold her accountable. Um, and the first step is going to be getting the tally of the numbers. So once we get to a certain number, and I don't want to say it during live because I don't want to share anything with SP, we need to keep her wondering. Um, but all of the donors who donated to her would need to file a police report locally and hang on to that report, because once we get to a certain phase, then we can use those reports, and there will be a home base for those reports to all be sent to. And that's how we're going to hold her accountable and stop her from doing this once and for all.
Yeah, and Dora, homie will be here soon. He's at my son's basketball game and should be letting out about 10 minutes or so. But
Oh, I hope he wins.
yeah, I didn't go out because I'm having a hard day. But I
I
mean,
did it.
we
I know
just have to
you
do what
are.
we have to do. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, please knock on my door, SP. We could have lunch. Please knock on my door, bitch. Because it's time. It's time. And believe me, homie will find you. And I am going to take a road trip when he does.
And I've seen several people ask about this. I'm kind of rewinding a little bit. So the car accident that she claimed her daughter was in, there was an accident. Um, she did get into an accident, but everything that she said after the fact, of her going into a long-term like care facility to go to rehab and all that stuff, I do not think is true. Actually, I'm almost positive it's not true, considering she got arrested just a few weeks after that for possession. So it seems as though she went into the hospital, she got banged up, but she was fine overall.
Hmm.
And she healed up and she was right back out, doing what she was doing before. So she was saying that she did the subs on her account to help her daughter with bills and stuff till she got on her feet. Well, I don't even think she was at home with her children, considering, like I said, she got arrested for
Can I just say,
possession.
okay, she doesn't have a relationship with any of the kids anymore. Anything she hears is through family gossip. Like the she doesn't like one of the adult daughters was cool with her for a while, but now she's not, and none of the kids have a relationship with her.
So not even the kid. Wasn't she traveling to one of her kids recently?
No, that's probably a lie. That's no. They no no. I can tell you, they are not. They don't have relationships with her. And if anything, but some of the aunts, uncles are like they're Facebook friends and stuff, or they keep in touch with some of the kids, and that's how she gets those stories. No, she does not have a relationship with those kids. And the two youngest ones have never been in her custody ever.
And just real quick, I just want to make sure y'all can hear me. Make sure it's not muffled again. Is it clear?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you're clear.
I just wanted to make sure that you all are aware, for the ones who donated to SP, if you choose to file a police report locally, we don't need your police report. That would never pass through any of our hands. That would actually go directly to a police department in the area where SP is at. That's where everything would be handled. So that would be the home base. And I don't want to get into many details about that during a live. There are certain things that need to be kept quiet because, and not shared publicly, because we need her to be held accountable.
Mm-hmm. Oh, sorry, if I overshare, sorry, I don't.
Well, you or KK can reach out to me. You can call me. You got my phone number. And let me know what to do. And Alan being on the fire department, I'll get him to go with me, and I'll do my part from here for y'all.
Thank you very much. Yeah, basically, it's just
I don't think Sarah meant to come into the box. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. I just don't want her to say something she doesn't know she's saying, because I don't know if she's in the box. I don't know if she knows she's in the box. Okay, sorry.
Okay, yeah, we got her. Sorry about that.
And so basically what you can do, if you've donated to SP, you can go to your local sheriff's department. You can explain to them that you were donating for a DV or whatever it was you felt that you were donating to. Tell them you would like a police report, and they'll write one up for you. And hang on to that, because we're going to need to transfer those at one point to the home base. But once we get to a certain number, there's a big agency that will get involved with this, and they'll take over everything.
Mm. Absolutely.
Is there a certain time we need to do it, or just go do it and get it done?
Preferably, do it and get it done if you
Okay.
have the time to do it.
Yeah, I'll get mine done this weekend.
Thank you.
I think somebody's calling her. I'll mute her mic because I think somebody's giving her a call.
Trisha, I really don't think, well, I don't want to speak on anyone's medical stuff, but I don't know if she went to the hospital for a hernia, but likely she was probably looking for sympathy, people to reach out saying, oh my gosh, do you need anything? Because she's claiming she's working right now. So I bet, they probably reached out to her, asked her if she needed anything, ask her, and then she'll be like, well, I'm missing work. I'm going to lose out on work now. I'm going to lose money. That's why she posted her birthday post. Speaking of birthdays, Tammy had given her Walmart, I think Western Union or Walmart to Walmart, gave her like $1,500 on Tammy's own birthday for a lawyer that I don't even think she retained. And several others also sent money for a lawyer that I don't think she actually retained. Because she never showed up for any proceedings. She never showed up for anything. So I think that was just another money grab. So $1,500 all at one time on Tammy's birthday. She stopped what she was doing to send her money for a lawyer on her birthday.
And that's bullshit. SP, shame on you.
I mean, she took advantage of people that had recent surgeries, people who were going through chemo, people that had really intense surgeries that were recovering, single moms, people on fixed incomes. Like, I know someone who, only had literally like $6 and they gave her 5 of it because they wanted her to get her medication. SP's road, I don't know what the lawyer was for. That was a discussion in a different chat that I wasn't in. So I'm not quite for sure what the lawyer was allegedly for. She also, I heard her talking about how, people sent me money while I was in jail, and I know for a fact I helped several people sent her money while she was in jail because I helped several people do that process for her because they wanted to help. But she told people on live that she never seen that money, but she told all of us mods on the call whenever she got out of jail that they handed her money. Like, she walked out with a good amount of money, at least a couple $100 whenever she got out of jail. So
Yep.
when she said she didn't get any money, that was a straight up lie. It was a lie. They handed her a couple $100.
And KK, Mrs. Homie said, how much money was sent for Lulu?
People sent a bunch of money. Like, whenever Lulu had issues, she was worried about going to the vet. Several people sent money to her. I couldn't tell you exactly how much specifically for her, but quite a few people. Liza Tamari, I don't know who all it was from. I do want to say something that she also lied about. He did absolutely try and set up like a call with her to see her in jail, but she got out before that was able to happen. She claimed that never happened, that's a lie. No, I've seen the proof. He absolutely did try to call her and contact her while she was in jail. But probably 7 people sent money to her while she was in jail.
Yes,
For money.
and question, when she got out of jail, because I know a lot of people were confused on that, did she get kicked out of the property she was staying at?
She did. And actually what happened was, so after SP was served with a protective order to protect Nikki and the children from her, Robert's family gave SP the ultimatum. They told her she needed to get off of social media or get off of the property. Things settled down for a while. Then law enforcement started showing up again, knocking on the camper. She was evading that warrant. Once she was arrested, that's when Robert's daughter realized she had not left social media. So she was arrested, and when she was released from jail, she was made aware that she's no longer welcome there, and they sent her packing.
Gotcha.
So she chose social media over her family.
Yeah, guys, and her list of names that she went by is here on the screen. I will blow that up for you guys just for a second so you guys can see that.
And that's actually perfect. Like you can see the comments really
Okay,
well, and you
awesome.
can also see all of that on there. One of those, the Operation Protect Our Children, that is a like third YouTube account. She hasn't used that in quite a while, so it does have a photo of all of us mods on there. And I do think that it's safe to speak for the majority of the mods on there, that we do not accept that. We do not set with her. That is a very old photo. So if you go look at it just to go see, we don't claim that. And like I said, I think I'm speaking for the majority of the people on there. We don't claim that.
Hey, Mr. Homie.
Operations. Hey, homie. ISYBW 5061. That is the one that I helped stream on quite often, and then Operation Step is kind of like her little backup account. But all the other ones are her current accounts on TikTok. Wrong One Right Day was supposed to be her super secret account that nobody knew about. Well, we know about it. So
Diva asked, did Robert know she was still using that he got her Lulu for getting clean? I would question anything that SP has said to be truthful, because her whole entire foundation was built on a lie. So I'm not convinced that Robert got her Lulu because she got clean. As a matter of fact, the family told me that when Robert and SP began a relationship together, the agreement was that he would not share his money with her. So she didn't have access to free flowing cash. And there's probably a reason why, because of her history. So, he was probably concerned about her using the money for substances, and that's why she didn't have access to it. All of her
Gotcha. That makes sense. Somebody in the comments too, guys, want to know where is 954?
and I have no idea because she has blocked me on her main. She blocked me a while. I don't even know when she blocked me. But apparently she's had an issue with me this whole time. So I can't really speak on her a whole lot because I have no idea. Because she has sticky fingers. So
That's what I was actually just getting to let everyone aware of, that Miss 954 has a history of theft. So she has a history of sticky fingers.
So wait a second. This is 954 Dirty South?
Yes, ma'am.
Ooh.
Yep.
she also had a knack of pretending to be your friend in your face, but talking really poorly about you behind your back. And
Sounds like a fucking SP thing.
And even though, yeah, and I had no idea that she was talking badly about me to certain other people, all while I was trying to be a friend. She also attacked several people in the community after I got in a box and after they kind of like stood up for me or wouldn't participate in talking bad about me. So that happened as well. She said some pretty foul things to somebody that's not even really in awareness, that just goes live to hang out. She said some pretty vile things to him as well that I think were very unnecessary. Erica Storm, it is my personal opinion that Sarah Jones is a fantastic human being.
Chris, somebody wants to know, can you elaborate on the 954?
I don't have the documents in front of me, but when I host my next live, I can share more information about that, and I can lead you to the county and courthouse, and you can actually request the documents yourself also, so that you can see them.
It also appears that she's lied. Oh, Sugas. Okay, he said that I could say it was him, but it was Sugar Bear in the chat who she had attacked after I got in a box, just to chit chat one night. Because after all of this stuff went down, like I mentioned, I did not go in any lives because I did not want to bring drama to anybody. So I just stayed out of the lives. He reached out to check on me and invited me to come into his live, so I did. And after that, all heck broke loose. I also think some of the things 954 has said as to why she doesn't like have her license and stuff, I don't think that's true. But once again, I don't have proof. That's just my opinion. Just my opinion. She talked about my kids, so, or else I wouldn't even be talking about her, like, at all, period. She's irrelevant to me other than the lies and the things that she said about me personally and the things that she did to my friends.
Did 954 say that she didn't have a driver's license?
Yes. She lost her license because of a ticket, apparently. I think she has an ID, but she doesn't have her license because of a ticket. And that's why she Ubers everywhere. But as far as like with the truth behind that or anything, I have no idea if that's the truth. I doubt it was because of a ticket because she really didn't have many tickets. It was mainly the theft, the theft charges that she had because there are several. There are several.
Well, sounds like to me she's in a perfect place with SP.
Thank you so very much for hosting this live. Thank you for allowing me up to share the information that I have on SP.
Absolutely, Chris, anytime. And if you ever go live, absolutely let me know and I will be there to show support because this is disgusting. And this is it fuels me to know that there is this many people she has taken advantage of.
Right. You know,
You know,
SP used awareness. She used the awareness groups and community she hid behind awareness.
Yes, and she actually has spoken privately with my wife and my partner loved SP. Loved SP. She thought very highly of her until one day I told this on KK's live. SP was in a live stream, and I do believe that it might have been, I can't remember whose live stream it was, but my partner is very open about being bigger woman, right? And she goes on SP's live stream and she says hello to SP all the time. Like she'll say hello, beautiful, or because she's gracious. She's a lot more gracious than me because I will slick cuss a bitch out. But she has stepped away from her. But she did go into the live stream and SP made a comment. And the comment she made was exactly, and I asked her about it today. She made a comment and said, I don't fuck with people who make obesity look fun.
Wow. It doesn't surprise me coming from SP.
That was the comment she made. And I was like, I just remember my partner coming to me crying and was like, SP really made a comment like that. And it really hurt me.
Oh.
And she was like, that really hurt me. And I was like, fuck her.
And Diva made a really good point. She said, "Now I wonder if Lulu was having seizures and weird episodes from exposure to certain things." That would make. I mean, that would make sense. SP told us also of an incident that happened where she went to whoever's house she was at. I really don't know, but she claimed that the little child had gotten into some sort of medication that was in the fridge and had to be hospitalized. So, she could have left something laying around, and that's what could have happened. Same thing with Lulu, because, Lulu is a dog. She walks around on the ground. Something could have been dropped, and she could have eaten that and had those episodes, and that's why she could have been vomiting BLOOD. And that's why she could have been having some of the medical issues that she had.
Right. Assuming Lulu was really having seizures. And that was, SP was obviously, well, she was getting elevated, so she was using chemicals while she was in that small camper. And Lulu's a very small dog. So what would affect
Yes.
a larger dog would affect a smaller dog even more so. And that was on a daily basis. It was almost like continuous. SP was continuously getting elevated. And who knows what was really in that? We don't know. But we do know that her behavior would change. We all witnessed it. Loving life, that I don't want to speak on publicly because there's a plan.
She got arrested for an old warrant, guys. A 23-year-old warrant, right?
It was in 2021, and it was an old warrant for an 8 ball and for the initials are L and then S and then a D.
Yep.
Dora, KK.
Hi, Tana.
I sent SP money too.
Oh no.
Well, and just like I told everybody else,
I deleted my Cash App, but I can get it back pulled up. And I've got my text messages. I wanted to come through the first night, KK, but I didn't want people to think I'm stupid or anything. And
We don't think
You're
you're
not.
stupid, honey.
You are not stupid. Now, there are some people who are just going to think how they think, and you know what? That's fine. They can think how they want to think, but SP manipulated so many people into giving her all of this money.
KK, I know.
You're
honey.
not stupid.
No, and thank you, Terry, for being brave to come and say I'm a victim, because this is what this platform is for. Victims of SP and people who have been taken advantage of by SP.
You guys, I thought she cared about me.
So did everybody else.
That's right.
See, this makes me want to just cuss her ass out.
SP had a lot of friends, but unfortunately, she wasn't a friend back to anyone. And you didn't know. Anyone
And Chris, the
who
truth tellers, I owe you an apology.
Thank you.
I apologize because I just didn't want to believe it.
A lot of us didn't want
I
to.
know it's all true, you guys. I know.
I didn't want to believe it either, Teta. I didn't.
Does
I
anybody
know
know Mustafa?
But I'll tell you when I thought it. I knew something was going on with her. I believe I sent her the money. It was sometime in August. A couple weeks later, I went into the live and she would always say, "Hey, hi, Teta." This night I went in the live and she said, "Fuck you, Teta," and hit the fucking disconnect button on me. What do you call it? The block button. Okay, I have a phone number for her.
And what did she say the money was for?
Medicine. But she didn't tell me what medicine.
And it's the same story for almost every single person. It's for medicine. And I guarantee you, those dates. Sorry, go ahead.
It was $130.
And it was sometime in August.
I believe so. KK, when I gotta, cause my kids and them don't want me to have a Cash App, but I got one. But so I erase it off my phone and then I just bring it back up when I need it. So I haven't even been back to look at it, but I know I'm sure it was in August. Plus, I've got text messages from her and I. And that night I went in there and she said that to me. I immediately sent her a message and told her I don't know what the fuck your problem is. And
And you know, that's
I did mention in the text messages, you'll see, like, I've got receipts.
and you make sure don't delete anything. And this goes for anybody else. Don't delete anything. Because, you know, I bet you that $100 was sent around the same time a lot of other money was sent for the same thing. And that's, you know, I know in July, I think it was, over the course of just a few days, July 25th and then 27th, she collected over $1,000 for medicine. So why would she turn around and need medicine just a few weeks later?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense. And there's a reason why it doesn't make sense.
I know. I didn't want to. I've been trying to get in here, and then I was like, I'm going to try one more time. And then if I couldn't get in, I just wasn't going to say anything.
Well, I'm glad you did. Because you're not alone. There are
I'm so
dozens
glad
of
you did,
people.
honey. I didn't see you requesting. Of course, there's people that request by
Oh, I
accident.
know that. I know that. But, I mean, I'm not going to sue her for the money back because I gave it to her. You know what I'm saying? It was my choice to give her the money.
Right.
I just want to say I'm proud of you. So proud of you coming forward. And that's one of the reasons I got up here earlier to tell everybody to please come forward and say something, you know.
Mommy, the night you told your story, I was bawling.
Oh, trust me, I didn't want to believe it either. But when people had said something to me and then I told them to go to KK and everything, but you know, it's like 2 or 3 people, but I'm glad you did, honey. And you're not stupid or anything. I mean, we're all victims. So, but thank you, hon. I appreciate you doing that.
Thank you,
I,
Tammy.
you're welcome, honey. You have a good day, hon.
You too. I love you.
I love you too, sweetheart.
Okay, I'll let everybody go. I just wanted to let everybody know.
Terry, honey, if you need to talk, you know how to get a hold of me.
I know, Dora. Thank you, honey.
You know how to get a hold of me. I'm always here, and just for anybody else as well. If there's anything that you guys need to talk about, we're here. Know that we're here with you. We will not stop spreading awareness. It's going to continue forward, and just like Chris said, there may be some things that we don't talk about right now, but just know that victims, you have a voice.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
You have a voice.
And
your voice will be heard.
And if you don't feel comfortable coming to me, you know, Dora has said that you are more than welcome to come to her. Chris Tell the Truth has said you're more than welcome to come to her. Also, Kinsey. I know several in here know who Kinsey is. I'm sure Tammy doesn't mind if someone sends her a message. You know, just really whoever you are comfortable with. Absolutely, I am Bobo Tufor. Absolutely. I will be anybody's voice because I am no longer afraid of what's going to happen. If she decides to have a live to expose me for whatever it is she's going to expose me for, then do it. Because if I said it, I'm going to take accountability for it. I am no longer afraid of her.
Facts.
Yep. Yes, Loretta, and this is exactly who Justina Kelly Denton
every fucking one of them sit with and who have collected money for and wanted to collect money for her. It's recorded. And know that if you aren't comfortable, please let us know. You can go to any of us. We're not going to out you. If you don't want your name out there, we will not say your name respectfully. We will not. Like I said, and if you're not comfortable with anything, you can message me and I'll forward it to KK or Chris. I will forward it straight over to where it needs to go.
And please don't be afraid, y'all. She is a very weak person. She obviously may only have a couple of supporters left, so there's nothing to worry about. And she's not
No.
going to go very far where she's at now.
She ain't gonna do nothing. She ain't gonna do nothing. Don't be afraid of her. And that's the thing. She wants to prey upon people that she can scare with her intimidation tactics.
Yep. And
Don't be afraid of that.
if anyone on this app is claiming to raise money for domestic violence, do not give money. There are shelters all across the nation, legitimate shelters, and they will help the victims.
Yeah, they pay for the victims' hotels. There's so many other organizations that do things for DV survivors and victims. But I
Yes.
promise you, do not be scared of what she is going to do. Do not be scared of what she's going to say. Don't be afraid that she's going to send people after you. She is nothing. Nothing. She was never nothing if it wasn't for the people that stood beside her. They stood for her. They backed her. They helped her. She was nothing then. She's not anything now. She's not going to do anything to you. She's not going to harm you. She's not going to do absolutely anything. She's going to do what she does best and run off at the mouth. That's the only thing she's going to do. I promise you.
And I want to say this right now for everyone to hear, and I hope she's listening too. I mean, maybe she'll listen later on the YouTube. I don't know, because this will be going up on my YouTube after the fact. SP, you need to delete all of the children's photos of other people who either shared with you, just to share with you out of kindness, whatever it may be, because like Nikki said earlier, we know you saved that. You need to delete every single one of those children's photos that you have stored in your phone, in your iCloud, wherever it is. It does not matter who it was. If it was from anybody in your community, delete them. Delete them.
You should not
weird.
have people's children in your fucking phone. That's weird behavior. And coming for people's kids? Nah.
Exactly, Loretta. Exactly. Because I know of several people, like, when we're in a group together, we share photos of our families and things like that. And apparently she keeps them and she uses them at a later date for things. So I know of somebody who is worried about the photos of children in their life that I know she has access to that she probably hasn't deleted. And I would just really prefer if she went ahead and just deleted them now. Just delete them now.
Yep.
Because they no longer want you to have them.
Yep. And you should not have people's children stored in your phone. It's
Nicole,
disgusting.
Yes, I don't know if she and yes, Layla's mom, I'll touch on that in just a second. I don't know if she's going to be in the same category because I don't know if it's like into the millions of dollars, but essentially, yes, she was using DV to collect funds under false pretenses. It was just going in her pocket. And Layla's mom, yes, absolutely. So I wasn't around for all of that, but then after the fact, I did hear the recordings. She absolutely did prey harm on these people's children and grandchildren, and she tried to pass it off as, well, if they claim they're not doing anything to me, then I must not be praying for anything to happen to their children or grandchildren. No, she knew what she was doing with that. She absolutely did prey harm on those children and grandchildren.
She sure did. That was absolutely nauseating. She's a very sick person.
Disgusting.
So if anyone does anyone have any more questions for me that I could try and answer before I hop down?
I definitely appreciate you, Chris. Thank you for coming in tonight to speak about what you know and the experiences you had with SP and some of the stuff that she's said about you, and we definitely appreciate that so much.
Very welcome. Thank you very much for hosting us and for having me. I appreciate it. And it's going to take all of us to have her held accountable and stop this once and for all.
Yep. And it is. We will band together and have her take her accountability. What she's done to people, it's not cute. It's not funny. It's not, because people seriously seek genuine friendships here. I remember getting on TikTok for friendships myself back then. People come on TikTok to have friends and laugh and just chill out. Some people like to sing on TikTok. People use TikTok for many different platforms to have different platforms of different creativities, things like that. And the fact that she preys upon these people that are that just seek friendships or that just want to hang out and listen to true crime, like KK said. You've heard a lot of different aspects. KK met her because she literally just wanted to listen to true crime and hang out, and she was funny.
And that's something that SP had, was numbers. And that's what I think a lot of people are scared about, is she has numbers. Well, guess what? She might have a little bit, but she no longer has those numbers that she did. She no longer has that. The
No, and
proof is out there.
what she did to people was sit there and collect information about them while being their friend. That's the only reason why she was there. She didn't give two shits about these people. She didn't care about them. She was cared about what was in their pockets and what they could give her. It was never about the genuine friendship that these people thought they had with her.
Absolutely. And that's why even after some things happened with some other mods that left the chat the first time, I was very careful on what I said in these mod chats. And no offense to anybody in those chats, but I seen kind of what happened, and I was like, oh man, I'm not going to speak freely in these chats because I don't want that to happen to me. And I'm actually thankful that I didn't speak freely. I did talk some smack about people, and if those screenshots come out, or if you guys are curious, message me. I'll own it. I'll own it, and I'll apologize. A lot of the people I didn't even really know, and that was wrong of me. That was one. I'm not here to out anybody else. I'm not here to out any other text messages, or any other, private messages between other people. My main concern was showing SP and her patterns that I have personally seen compared to everything that happened previously. And yes, Kentucky, I did. I didn't know who Kentucky Witch was, and I defended her. So I guess that gives me some brownie points. But yeah, I'm just trying to right my wrongs, at the same time as help do the right thing, because that's what I want to do. I want to do the right thing, even if it makes me look bad.
Absolutely. And KK, you were gracious. You were honest, and I can't tell you how proud I am of you. I'm extremely proud of you for having coming forward with your story. And all of you guys, Tammy, Chris, I am proud of each and every one of you that have came forward to say, hey, look, yes, I sat with her, but you know what? She shit on me. She shit on me. I really thought she was a friend. We all have had that happen in our lives. You can't blame these people because they sat with her or they were in her lives. I came across, and I've said this 1,000 times, I came across a scammer one night who literally got me. And I had no friggin' idea that this was her personality. I knew nothing. I thought she was honestly an elderly lady who needed medication. And I was trying to call the pharmacy, get her medication, because I was like, oh my God, what if something happens to her? Because she was on live, like crying. And if it wasn't for the awareness community reaching out to me to say, look, she's a scammer, she's done this multiple times, I would have never known. I would have never known. So that's why today I am thankful for the awareness community. I'm thankful to be a part of the awareness community because I promise you, every one of us has been got in some way. Some way. Hey, homie.
Good evening. Good evening. Sorry, I just got home. I had my son's basketball game.
Did he win?
Yes, he did.
Yay!
Very good game. Now, after last night, I made it very loud and clear that I'm not going to be happy until I see SP on the news, similar to Slot, on the front of a newspaper, whether it's the front page, second page, third, I don't care. That is my goal, is to make sure that that's where we end up seeing her picture next, because she's about to learn a very, very valuable lesson that, I just can't, I'm still at kind of a disbelief, that she would sell us out like that and I truly still today believe it in my heart that she got paid. She got paid in order to sell us out. And that's all fine and dandy because, that money could only take you so far. And I hope it was worth it for her, because at the end of the day, still, we continue to do what we do. And look at where she's at. And but she's about to learn a very, very valuable lesson, because I'm not going to stop until we get results out of this. And my goal is to see her just like Slots, and
Yep.
That's my mission. Watch and see.
Yep, and I said this, homie. I said, tonight, I said, in that shape, form, and fashion, the way she did, and for what she done, sitting up in your face, being your mod, she was there constantly, every night, almost. Every night that you were live, she was in a box. I remember I used to come in and watch and hang out, and for her to do that shit all under the pretenses of being your friend is messed up. All the way up. And what a shitty thing to do. And SP, for everything that you have done to these people, shame on you. Shame on you. I don't understand how you can sleep at night knowing the shit that you've done, because I'm going to tell you what, it's going to catch up to you. It's gonna. I promise you.
Yeah, and the last post that I ever seen of her was what, December, or I don't even remember the last post I came across of hers, where she was trying to put it out there that she was gonna unalive and blah 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 this, and I paid no attention to it, because the way I seen it, it was a way for people to feel sorry for her. It was a way for people to go behind the scenes and give her money. It was just another tactic of hers to get everybody, the poor pitter patter story. And I just kept on scrolling because, I didn't care to see it. But then after last night, I was like, oh, okay, all right, you want to sell us out? I got you. Say less. You know how we dig deep. You know how I'll gather any information, any, the lengths that I'll go to. She knows how we do it. and that's how I'm gonna treat her, just as such. You know, she wants to sell us out for some money. She didn't want to be part of a lawsuit. Uh, you know, she was scaring victims away with the whole Dax Emery situation. Um,
And she did it on purpose, like all being your friend and doing that. How could you do that to somebody? Because I
yeah,
just had this conversation today. Being somebody's friend, when you come to me in confidence, that shit's gonna stay between me and you. That's not for the world. I don't give a shit what it is. You are my friend. Therefore, what you tell me in confidence is what you tell me in confidence. I'm not gonna come on a live stream and be like, oh well, KK said this, guys. She talked about you here. She did this, she expressed her concerns, or show pictures of their children, or sell them out, or give any private information. Like, are you fucking kidding me, SP? You were trash for that shit. And it's untelling how many people you've done it to.
and you know what's sad is there were so many victims also regarding Dax Emery and what we were uncovering. And even when the lawsuit came about, I stood 10 toes down on I'm going to continue moving forward. And we kept on bringing awareness until a certain point where some people were saying, well, you know, they didn't like how we were bringing awareness, but I stood 10 toes down and kept on moving forward. I didn't let no lawsuit scare me. I didn't let none of that scare me. We kept it moving. And um, I'm glad that I looked into that lawsuit and everything was dismissed. But still, her giving Dax Emery victims information or TikTok usernames, stuff of that nature, that's downright disgusting. Because when I heard about that yesterday, uh, uh, I just couldn't believe that somebody could stoop to that level of giving out victim information in order for somebody to scare them into not speaking or coming forward. So
Mm-hmm.
I just there is no low for SP, but mark my word, and I am a man of my word, and everybody knows I keep my word. When I say I'm going to look up and down, high and low, to find exactly where she's at, I will find SP. Mark my words, I'm going to find out where she's at, and I'm going to make it my mission to see her locked up and do some time, and that's my word as a man.
Yep.
And I do want to remind everybody, because someone commented. So whenever Dora was covering that, the pew pewer in her area, she collected funds to get them supplies. She did every single bit of it online. Took us through the whole way through, from getting it to even delivering it, all on live. She took us, like I said, she took us through step from A to B to C until it was all completed. Well, she seen this and she went live and she basically did the same thing. She didn't directly ask for money, but she was like, oh yeah, we're going to do this. We went and picked out some stuff on live, and then all of a sudden she had to get off live. Well, people sent her money after that live for these officers' supplies that she never actually ordered. So
And it
she
was,
collected
and I
money for
spoke
that.
with, and I do want to say that I spoke with the officer that I delivered to, and they did not receive anything from SP.
There you
Nope.
go.
Another scam, another
So
knockoff.
theft by deception, again,
But just
being
in
sneaky and tricky.
just in closing for myself, what I'd like to say to SP is, don't think you're going to come back to this app in a month or 2 months or 3 months or even 6 months from now, if it's still here, and think that you're going to be forgiven, because some people deserve second chances. You, SP, have had all of your chances. No more chances for USP.
Nope.
But I want to thank everyone for all of your help, for all of us to coming together for this, because it's very important for us to all work together. Two separate communities that were really broken apart because of SP. So, holding her accountable is my main objective. And that's what I'm
Absolutely. She should be held accountable because that's some bullshit. What she's done to people, it just, oh my God, it infuriates me so bad that these people had no idea and they just genuinely thought they were helping a friend out because let's face it, all of us have helped somebody in our life, whether that be a loved one or whether that be a friend. And sometimes we get screwed over and you learn how that friend or family member is, and you take that lesson and you learn from it. And again, what she's done to these people is just so infuriating to me, so bad that they didn't have a voice. She made them feel like she was legit. She made them feel like they donated to this to help her with medications because you just had a friend that was down and out and needed medicine or needed food or anything of that matter. She preyed upon these people and used them and abused them mentally and emotionally.
That's right.
You're
She's a
fucking
career.
disgusting.
She is a career criminal. Who else has 7 aliases on their NCIC?
Hell, not me. I have one.
I have one, but SP had 7.
And I understand that, homie self-doxed himself. I understand that homie may say what his first name is. I don't give a fuck about none of that. I've held my background check on this damn live stream. It's the simple fact that you went and sold information to somebody for some fucking money, you trash. That's what it's about.
It is, and it's being a sellout like that, because you will never be trusted by anybody again. And I know she's over on YouTube trying to build another community, trying to take more people, new people for money. That's why she's over on YouTube. But I'm going to work with somebody in the background because we work with a lot of different people to try to get that YouTube removed. We are going to work uh, on every aspect of making sure that she never ever comes back to TikTok. If I ever see her face on a live stream or anything over on TikTok, you better believe she's going to be in for a world of trouble. I'm not going to stand idle while she tries to continue to do what she's doing. I know it took me a long time to see through her nonsense, but when we stepped away for our reasons. One of the reasons was she kept on talking about children, then she kept talking about every other children, then she was talking about other children, and we got fed up with it because that's one thing we're not going to do on the platform is sit there and talk about somebody's little ones. And I always say little ones because I like to keep it respectful, and I really don't like to throw the term children around. So
No, we don't even discuss children, minors. We don't discuss any of that. Anybody that is in true awareness, you will know one thing about us is we don't talk about it. We don't bring kids into it. We don't do any of that. We will shut that shit down real quick.
and so that's one of the many reasons we stepped away. And she got unmodded. We kept on doing our awareness. We kept it moving. We the other thing that SP would go around and mention was how she helped build the community, our community on the platform, and I made it loud and clear that the community built the platform. SP did not help build the platform. We gained a lot of amazing and beautiful people from that came from SP, but no, she did not build the platform. The platform was built by a community, and I always will say, will continue to say, this platform or any other platform belongs to the community. It doesn't belong to me. I'm just the voice behind it, and that's why we open up our platform to anybody and everybody because it's craziness how she would even go and try to say that. that she helped build it. You didn't help SP. You didn't help build the platform. It was built by a community, and I know she's watching in the background. I know she's watching from the outside on some kind of burner account. But hopefully you get the message of SP that I'm coming for you, and that is going to be one of my main missions. When we get our account back in a week, because we did lose it yesterday. When we get that main account back in a week, I am going to hold a big live stream on her. And sorry, my dog is over here just acting. This little pup has too much energy. So in a week, I will be holding a big live stream on SP. And the simple fact is that I'm not going to tolerate any more of her nonsense. And she's about to find out what we can do. And we're going to do this as a community too, because it's going to take a community to get it done. But I'm going to work hard behind the scenes on my end to gather everything and anything on SP. And I'm even going to go a little bit further. I'm not going to explain in case she's watching of what my next steps are with her, but I'm going to take it a step further, and she'll find out when the time comes. So that's going to be my goal and mission for the next week, is to gather as much as possible. She will have 2 or 3 folders in my laptop, and she's about to find out, because I'm not going to be one to play with, especially when she sold us out like that. And I want to thank everybody. Like I said, I'm sorry I ran late today, but my life outside of TikTok does exist. So I want to thank everybody for giving me a few minutes in the boxes. It is greatly appreciated. And I'll go ahead and hop down, and I'll listen in while I take care of my pups. Everybody have a good night.
Absolutely, Mr. Homie. Thank you so much for coming in and speaking to us. We appreciate you always, and you are 100% welcome here anytime.
I would like to thank everyone for tonight and everything.
And Tammy, I got your request, love. I will play that here in just a moment.
Mrs. Homie, I hope you feel better, hon. I'm sorry.
I'm good, baby. I'm good. Don't worry. I've been
Okay.
It's all good. Teddy, I know you're in here, sweetie. Thank you. It's okay. It's okay. Regina, it's okay. It's okay, my love. Just come forward, get it over with. And you're used. We love you for who you are. No matter what, we got you. We got you. But Dora, let her know what fucking rock she needs to hide under.
Facts. And guys, for Tammy, I am going to play this while we're all in the boxes, so bear with me just one moment. What you want, what you want, what you gonna do? When you should be telling don't come for you. Tell me what you wanna do, what you gonna do. Yeah. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? When you were 8 and you had that dream to go to school and learn the golden rule. So why are you acting like a bloody fool? If you should get high, you must get cool. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? You chuck it on that one, you chuck it on this one, you chuck it on your mother and you chuck it on your father, you chuck it on your brother and you chuck it on your sister, you chuck it on that one and you chuck it on me. Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do?
Absolutely, KK.
By Baha Men on Amazon
I need
Music.
to ask you a question, KK, in 1 second.
Who let the
Yeah.
dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? Who let the dogs out? When the party was nice, the party was pumping.
Hey.
And everybody having a ball.
Oh my goodness. This is her, I guess, one of her newest aliases.
So where does that name come from?
I think it was one of her exes. I think it was an ex's last name.
So now we're just gonna try to hide our identity?
I guess so. So I guess she's using that to, I don't know, sign up for things or whatever. Yeah, Mama Hook says yes.
Interesting.
Amy, I'm pretty sure she still has Lulu. She got arrested for an old warrant of rugs. She is not currently in jail that I am aware of.
No.
This is just the new last name that she's using. And also, she is currently covering Lori Jones on her YouTube, and she has integrated herself into another, if I may say so, a fantastic awareness person on YouTube. I haven't seen her in there recently, so I'm hoping that they got the memo and they understand kind of what's happening. But she started to integrate herself into another group over there. And whenever she was live quite a while ago, I went and looked in that chat, and I did not recognize almost anybody in that chat.
So it's
Gotch 12, I pretty sure we know where she's at, but we're not going to say that information out loud. Because, well, you know, we don't dox people, but also there's other things in play in the background that we need to make sure that she remains wherever she possibly could be at. And unfortunately, I think Justina did block me after my live. I assume it was after my live. Someone had asked a question about her, and I mentioned her name, and it wasn't meant like rude or anything, because I know that she was in her box a lot. And Justina, if you are happening to be listening to this live on a backup, like, I wasn't trying to come after you.
Oh, I am.
At all.
I am.
Well, okay, Dora is, but I'm not, because I don't, you know, I was in that situation with her, so, like, I get it. I understand the grip she has on people, but standing idly by after you've seen, like, legit black and white receipts, it's kind of difficult to deny it after that, and that's what I had issues with.
The problem is Justina knew. Justina was a part of anti-scam for so fucking long. So was Kelly. So was all of them. But then SP started showing up in her boxes every single night.
I noticed that she stopped going live on her own accounts, and she would just go into boxes, which, you know, whatever, you know, you do what you want to do. But she would kind of just like go in there and talk about whatever she wanted, and they kind of just let her, and she talked about a lot of things that she shouldn't have, that she quite literally had a court case, like a court document forbidding her from doing that. And I don't know if those ladies knew that part. They were kind of fresh to hearing a lot of that stuff, and that's why I'm trying to keep like an open mind about it. They're exactly in the same spot a lot of us were in about 6 months ago.
Yep, but you know
So
what?
I hope they come to their senses.
Support it.
I really do.
They started turning to supporting scammers. Right after they left anti-scam, they started supporting Jen is Stronger. They started supporting Domestic Survivor.
They started supporting many other of the scammers that anti-scam is covering. That's why I was appalled. They started going exactly for every single scammer, showing them support and gifting. Carrie actually was in Domestic Survivors just a couple of weeks ago, gifting her. After T was live and was covering her and pointing out her lives, they all ran there.
Man, and that's a bummer because I know Domestic Survivor. She's full of crap.
Yep.
She is 100% full of crap.
Yep. And, you're going against anti-scam, but you sat here. Yes, SP's Road to the Whorehouse. You hit the nail on the head. And I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to talk to KK about that offline. And SP's Road, you can message me, and I will talk to you about that offline as well. But, yep. But there's more to it for a very good reason. Because of what she has access to. Are you getting my drift?
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh no.
Yep.
Oh, I hope that's not the case, but oh no.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh no.
And is a fine frequent visitor in Horry County.
Oh. Rem is shutting up. Yeah. Oh, that's interesting.
Yep. And that's all I'm
Yeah.
going to leave there. You guys can read between that line.
Well, her YouTube is which one? It's ISYBW 5061. It is Operation Save Our Children, and then Operation Step. That is her YouTube channels.
No, Rim,
also,
come up
this
here.
whole live will be on my YouTube. I have permission. So it will be on my YouTube for anybody who has missed anything and wants to go back and watch as well. Homie's live from yesterday is also on my YouTube.
Yep. And there's a lot of things that started making sense, if you know what I mean. KK, that's why I messaged you about that particular person. Started making a whole lot of sense. Oh, did you, homie?
Well, yep. And I think some of us do know where she's at. Yeah. Oh, yes. I am Bobo to 4. Yes. If you guys are concerned about anything, just come in, especially if I'm live talking about it. Just come in on your sneaky accounts. I don't care if they're 000. I won't block you.
That's same here.
If you're genuinely worried about that. Like, I think most of us, as long as you don't come in and say crap or be rude, then you get to stay. Those videos that she posted about traveling, those I have reason to believe that those weren't hers. Just to let y'all know. Send you the proof if I was. And if I wasn't, then I'll tell you that I wasn't.
I just sent you a message, KK.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh. Okay.
Yep. Made that very clear on the live stream.
Well, hot diggity damn. Okay. Well, don't be saying personal stuff like that on live.
Yep. And that's why when I messaged you,
and I said,
That does make a lot of sense. If that is the case, that does make a lot of sense considering other things that I know about. That makes a lot of sense.
yep, 100%.
SP's road, I will say that I think victim blaming is gross, and I will leave that as a blanket statement. Um, you know, me and you have already spoke about some of this stuff, but I think just victim blaming in general is gross. I think if people make mistakes, and like a lot of us were trying to help someone who we thought was a friend, and being blamed for that and basically being made fun of for it, I think is gross. Like if a young woman went out with a short skirt on and got assaulted, you wouldn't blame her for what happened because of what she was wearing. And I know that this is different, but also it's the same. You don't victim blame just in general, especially if you don't know like the entirety of everything that happened behind the scenes. Just victim blaming isn't cool no matter to what capacity. And like I said before, if you think I did something, ask me and I'll tell you if I did or not.
Same. I will say
Like,
that shit loud and clear. I'll repeat it 3 times for you.
oh, and I've posted my own stuff too. I've told on myself probably more than anybody else has told on me because I'm trying to own my stuff and I'm trying to right my wrongs and do the right thing.
This is why me and Miss Homie can't be in a box together.
Because y'all cause trouble. I like trouble.
Mr. Homie's just bless him. He's just like him and Mama J both like, nope, I'm out. I'm done. I'm out.
That's that's not so funny. Mama J is the yin to your yang, and Homie is the yin to Miss Homie's yang.
Literally. And she tells me, because when she knows when I'm getting fired up, she's like, oh boy, get out of Mr. Homie's box. She's like, get out, honey, before you literally lose your account or something. And I'm like, negative. I love you, but you just let me just walk away.
Just let me do my thing and let me get this out. And you know, and that's one of the reasons why I lost my main account over the other chick, Texas Redneck Queen. Like, I was saying what I was saying and I meant what I said, period, and I don't feel bad about it. And thankfully that gentleman did go to the police and make a report, and I hope that he did get the protective order and he is pressing charges. And this is a complete separate issue from SP. It's just whatever the truth is, I'll do my best to stand up for it.
well, see, I lost my main account once, but
I've lost mine twice.
Girl, listen, mine was so bad. Listen, girl. Well, you see what had happened is somebody was basically come up in my live stream one time and started bashing the LGBT community and calling me a DIKE, right? And what did I do?
Gross.
Girl, listen, I said, I'll fucking show you a DIKE. And let me tell you what I did. Well, let's just say I made a video of swinging it around, singing Swing Low, Sweet Chariot.
Oh my gosh.
And lost my fucking account for life. They sent me a help. TikTok sent me a hotline number to call for help. That's what they did. They were like, reach out to this number.
I'm like, girl, you need help. You lost your account, but you need more help than that.
Show did, Diva. No fucks given. Show did.
I believe it.
I'm taking one for the team here, honey, because look, don't care.
Oh, Jesus.
I sure did, and I was like, "Oh, honey, they did. They gave me a mental crisis hotline number for TikTok," and I'm like, "What?"
Tammy, that's the funniest thing about it is I can absolutely see Dora doing that. I can absolutely see her doing something like
I
that. That's the
did.
funniest part.
I did. It
Oh,
was
shit.
bad. It was so bad. It was so bad. I was like, "Look, these people on here." Yeah, Rim saw it in real time.
Oh my gosh. Lucky you. Oh, shit.
Poor Rim. Rim's been through some shit with me, okay?
She has. She's been through some shit with me, too.
But Rim, it does not give two single fucks, I have to say.
Nope, she's just like, Rim here. F off.
Yep, Rim here. You already know when she's coming. Here she comes.
Hi,
Rim here.
everybody. Rem here. Fuck you. Fuck off. Fuck all the way off. Oh, and SP. You're gonna become my project. You remember the Facebook thing you sent me?
Oh.
I keep secrets until it's not okay to keep secrets anymore. How's everybody doing? And Dora, what do you want me to come up here and say? Whatever Dora says I said it. I did.
Rim's an asshole.
Oh, I'm up. See you next Tuesday. I ain't apologizing for shit.
Facts. Yep. And I said to Rim, because Rim didn't even know that KK had stepped away. She didn't know the extent of like what had happened last night. And I called her today and I was like, girl, this shit. Whoa.
Yeah, it goes deep. And like I said, I only know about the things that I personally witnessed, and then of course the receipts that were sent to me. All the stuff prior to me, like I haven't seen any real receipts, but it makes sense considering the other patterns of things that she's done. So it makes sense. But all the stuff that I've seen, all the people she's taken advantage of, and just all the people she's turned against each other. That is what really, really upsets me because she would pit people against each other so they wouldn't talk to each other, so nobody would find out the truth. And I don't think she ever thought those people would reach out to me or each other and they would just take her word for it. And I am so thankful once again to those people who did reach out and ask for the truth, because I was like, nope, I'm gonna show you right here, right now. That's not the truth. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you what really happened.
Yep. And we are proud of all of you. And know that we're going to stand here with you. And if you're afraid to stand up, guess what? We don't give no fucks over here. We will.
Nope, we don't care. I don't give a. I don't look. Hit my DMs. I'll keep your secrets and help people feel very uncomfortable because I don't care. Mama J's so awesome.
She is. Absolutely. And I second that. I'm proud of everybody who has came forward. I'm proud of the people who have reached out to me, even on backup accounts, telling me their story, because they're worried about coming forward on their main accounts. I will never, ever, ever out you, say your name, never, unless given explicit consent. I will not. I will
Same.
not.
I won't either. I know Rem knows some of mine, and she has never told nothing. And I know some of Rem's, and I would never.
I was just
say
gonna say,
nothing
girl,
on my
you know a
list.
lot of my shit.
Yep.
I don't poke at people until they poke at me. And when you start doing shit like this, And she fucked with the wrong one. When she said that shit about Mama J, nope. All gloves are off. You go after Mama J, and I promise whatever secrets I have about you, I will tell the fucking world.
And that's kind of the same way I am. Like,
I did
yes,
too,
I've
Mom.
picked a few fights that I shouldn't have. I will admit that, and I do apologize.
Well, me and
But the
Ram do that
majority
every damn day.
but the
I do
majority
that
of the
before I get
time,
out
I
of
was just
bed.
standing up for myself.
Well, you
Hell,
were
me
kind
and Ram
of,
do that shit every day.
you was lied to, KK, in a couple of
Yeah.
certain circumstances, but that's then, and this is now. And here we are. SP, you're an asshole. Close your ears for everybody who doesn't like the C word. SP, you're a cunt. I feel so much better now. All right, moving along.
Yep.
And certain people on this app should be really, really careful what they say on a live because money laundering is a felony and it carries big girl time. And you're not really going to look good in orange or stripes.
Nope.
But, hey, you're a big girl. You know what you're doing, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely, SP's Road. This is the problem. She's done this shit to people. They coming together. They outing her shit. They're outing her for everything that she's done to everybody.
Yep.
And when you do shit like this, no, we'll call you out and don't think that you're off the hook either, Justina, Kelly. None of you. You all sat with that shit. She was saying nasty, vile shit in your box and you let it happen.
Yep.
You let it happen.
And before you say, well, she sat in T's box, yep, she did, but she didn't say anything nasty.
Nope.
And the one time she did, she got fucking bounced from a box. I know because I did it myself. So let's not start with that lie.
Facts.
She sat right up in there in their boxes talking shit about these people. She was talking about them people's children. Justina knew that.
Mm-hmm. Justina don't care.
Karma's a bitch.
She is. He is. Oops,
Come on,
Mrs.
Mrs.
Homie's
Homie.
coming. You're in trouble now, Dora. Ha
Rim, I don't think it's safe for all three of us to be in a box.
ha.
This is gonna be bad.
Damn, TikTok, we love you. We love TikTok Shop. We love you. But guess what? Homie got her motherfucking phone number.
Ooh.
Where
DM
the
me
hell
the
she's
number.
at?
I got nothing to do for the next 12 or 15 hours.
Right? I could sit in a car for a few hours. I mean, I'm down for some snacks and some girl time.
Snacks,
We'll
girl,
give it to Dora. She
yes.
can call when she's in the bathtub.
Shh, don't tell Mama J.
Don't tell
Oops.
Don't tell Rim I was on the phone with Mrs. Homie in the bathtub.
Rim has to suffer through my bass all the fucking time. It's nothing new.
No
Look, the
wonder I was like, what
screenshots.
the fuck is that noise? She's all, oh, nothing.
The screenshots I have because Dora didn't turn the camera off.
Oh, Rim, I will straighten in your fucking ass. I don't give a damn. Rim knows this. Rim has suffered through it. Listen, Rim gets my shit all the time. Oh, absolutely. Rumors are going to fly. They already started rumors that I was having an affair with Scammy Claus. What else?
Yeah, and when you get
Yeah,
a
I was in
divorce,
the
I
club
get the
with you.
dog.
Mrs. Homie was in the tub with me. Rim has to suffer through tub time all the time.
With the rubber duckies. With that song, Rubber Ducky, I Love You.
Yes, Rim has seen my toes. She loves my toes.
Yep. They're not as long as I thought they'd be, though.
about that friendship? KK, I love you, but you ain't seeing my toes, bitch.
Show me your toes.
You had a
Oh,
good
but
life. You had a wonderful life. KK, I'm proud of you, baby. They drug you through the mud. They drug your family through the fucking mud. They body shamed your baby, and you stood up tall, baby. You stood up tall, and here you are.
I'm proud of all of you. Again, I can't say that enough. I'm proud of each and every single one of you. You guys have to know that we like to throw some bullshit in there to make you guys laugh because that is what we do. Um, I have to give Rim shit. She's not been around for like 2 weeks, so I still have to cuss at her and poke at her all the time because that is my full-time position.
Look, somebody's got to earn the money, and you earn the money. I fuck around, and you find out.
Ooh.
Yep, Dora has to pay for everything I say.
Ooh. Well, yeah, KK kind of gets in trouble for everything I do too. So
It's fine.
I get blamed for everything. And once again, like I said, because I'm not gonna
just
call them
1,300.
out, but
Oh, I do too, KK. And usually, typically, I'll say, nope, it wasn't my fault. It was Rim's. It's fine.
well, and I assure you guys, once again, I didn't do her dirty work. I did
You
look
took
up some
major
videos
heat.
for her, like, and things like that. If you think that I did something or if I was involved in something, please reach out to me and I will tell you the truth. And if I did it, I will send you the proof that I did it. I'm not going to out anybody else, but I will 1000% tell you if I did it. I don't do people's dirty work. I
No,
do
you
my own
took a
dirty
lot of
work.
shit for her because everybody assumed that you were doing these things for SP. In reality you weren't, and that's bullshit because SP needs to take her own accountability for the shit she's done to people, and we know that that's not going to happen because she won't get into box and face reality.
She
No.
runs.
How
That's
many
what
more
she
is there?
does.
Look at, I mean, Mama Hook, she got drugged. The community turned their back on her. You know what I'm saying? And she still stands with us. We've had our issues with her and her husband, and it had nothing to do with it. It was all SP in the middle. I mean, look at Moon Pie. She got drugged, poor thing. There's many, many names that have went through hell because SP did what she did.
Yep, she did what she did on the back end, and that's why we here today is because of her dirty ass shit that she's done.
Hmm. But I'm not backing down to her. I already told you. Let me find out. The other ones had hand in what the fuck happened to us. And hell had
Yep.
no clue. And I don't care who they reach out to, and I don't care what they cry or who awareness they think they're gonna hide behind. I don't care. I fear no bitch.
Facts.
Mrs. Homie, I don't think there's a place these fuckers can hide after what they've done to you and Mister. There ain't a person on this that I know of, and I'm everywhere on this damn tickety tockety app, and you guys are respected everywhere. So good luck. Have
Well,
fun.
right now SP's walking back and forth, pacing, probably eating her fingers in her 1,300 square foot place that she's sitting in right now. So I hope she burns a hole in the rug.
Yep.
I just want her to stop taking advantage of people. I want people to know the truth. I want her to do exactly what she tells everybody else to do, get out and make your own money. I don't have an issue with people posting and doing actual content and making money from that or TikTok shop. I have no issues with that. But taking advantage of people, lying, pitting people against each other, and doing crap like that and doing shady stuff behind the scenes, no, I absolutely do not agree with that. And she needs to
so hard. And you know what? How can you be so ugly? How? Like, God don't like ugly, girlfriend. He don't.
Well, imagine that. Somebody just came in here with mine and Rem's government name.
Bruce Miller here,
Yep.
and check my
Imagine that.
background. I promise you won't like it.
Tell
I
him
don't
you can
give a fuck either.
tell him,
Well,
friend.
I've posted my background check in Discord. I've held it up on a fucking live stream. Go ahead. I
I
give no fucks.
shit, Dora,
Look at mine. I had a
you're a
ticket
you
for
guys are
an
babies.
improper turn.
I wish that was the
Improper
least I
turn.
had, but that's
Yep.
okay. I don't care. I mean, I don't have any unaliving yet,
Yep.
but I am
Yeah.
only
She said yes.
55.
I had a speeding ticket, 2 of them. That's on my background. One was actually in South Carolina. What a great state, SB.
Shit. I don't look. I think I'm 4 points away from losing my license for life.
Oh Lord.
Listen, Rem.
So you know,
At least
there's
you have
that.
one.
But
For real.
I'm telling you, I'm just this shy of lucky.
But you know what, bitch? You are so lucky with TikTok because this bitch can literally get banned and be back in 2 seconds. I'm like, you know what? Fuck you, Rem.
They love me. You know why? Because I fill out all those stupid questionnaires they send me. Me and TikTok are friends.
Yeah, you better stay friends, because with that mouth, you need some friends.
I got some friends. I got some friends in good places. I got some friends in very low places. But I got some friends.
Those are the good ones. You keep those ones around.
Absolutely.
Abso-friggin-lutely. And you know, every time on the dark side of TikTok, I run into Rem. Every fucking time. I'm like, what are you doing in here? And what is this fuckery?
They're my friends. Leave them alone.
Did you see that? I went to jail. I hit a nun during a protest, but I'm good.
Well, good for you.
I can't with you, Sue.
Oh, Lord. We have a beautiful community. We do.
There's the people that do the good stuff, and then there's the people like me that go that much lower. It all washes out in the end.
Yeah, I give no fucks. I don't care. I'll go get in anybody's box and let them know how I feel. I don't care.
Facts, Mrs. Homie, me too.
I get boot. Look, I got kicked out of a live. I was in there 2 seconds, didn't even say hello, and they're like, "Oh, not you. Goodbye." I'm like, "Well, fuck you."
Yep.
Oh, no. They let me
Okay.
in a box. Even if Dora's talking in one live shit and I go talk in the other live shit because we're talking the same shit, they let me in a box.
No, they won't. Sure, John, ask a question. If you're lucky, you'll get an answer.
Yep.
If you're disrespectful, you'll get booted.
Yeah.
I don't even get a chance to get disrespectful though. Shit.
Hello, Rizzo. I seen you walk in, sweetie. I don't know what's going on with you and the other one, but I hope she didn't hurt you either, because I know she's hurt some souls on here too.
Yep.
I'm glad Ren's in there with you, honey.
Hi, Mama J, you beautiful soul, you.
And your Mrs. Homie's in here and KK.
I'm kidding. We're in trouble.
Yep. I'm not in here, Mama J. It's an illusion. I didn't do it. Dora made me.
I see that little circle down there.
She's keeping an eye on your ass, Rem.
Leather and Lace, can I help you? Is there something you'd like to say?
Yeah, I was wondering because John he wanted to know if he could ask a question, so.
Well, the
It
floor
might be getting filtered, or it might be a very long question.
It might be.
So try to reword it or shorten it up or put it into 2 comments. Yeah, it's her time. She always wanted to shine. Guess what? She said the truth was going to come out when the world was on fire. Guess what, girlfriend? That world is burning around you.
Yep, sure is.
Yeah, John. John, my journey 65 is a scammer. She's a beggar.
Run. Just
Yeah.
run. Don't open your
Yep.
pocketbook. Don't send no money. Run.
Run straight the other way.
Tamara Rose here on TikTok covers her almost exclusively. Um, she catches her in lies. She calls her out on her lies. So you can go catch her there. Homie has covered her before as well. But I know it's either Tamara or Tamara, but it's Tamara. Okay, Tamara Rose. She's here on TikTok. She covers her, like I said, almost exclusively. Calls out her lies, has videos and everything. So I would definitely go follow her and go look at her videos. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I know who My Journey 65 is because I've been on. I started the SP one tonight. I did Show Me Chavez van.
They said she lost her job.
Yes, somebody
she
said
did?
yes, because she made a comment to someone in a text message because she's a school teacher. And she made a comment to someone when they asked her how she taught her children or how she learns through her children. And her reply to that was oral sex.
Oh, what?
Yep. And she's a 5th grade teacher.
Yes. And then American Girl had asked if Domestic Survivor was just satire.
No, she is not.
She's a
She is a
scammer.
scammer.
She's our friend.
She's a scammer.
Yep. If you want to know about the Show Me Show van, she is a Tumblr creator. There is a Reddit page called Show Me Chauvan. There is also a Truth, Lies, and Chauvin Book of Faces page. You will learn a lot of things there regarding Show Me Chauvan. So she does have a court date upcoming with another creator because she scammed Truth, Lies, and Chauvin Book of Faces page. You will learn a lot of things there regarding Show Me Chauvan. So she does have a court date upcoming with another creator because she scammed them at the Cheer Choice Awards here hosted by TikTok. So you guys will learn all of that. That is being exposed. The court date, I do believe, is March the 12th. And then you have Domestic Survivor 1. Again, she is not satire. She is a scammer 100%.
Yep.
100%.
Yes.
And like I said in the comments, Rich the Hungry, he is, beggar / scammer.
Sloth is an ongoing case. We don't dig into that because we don't play with the ABC's cases.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even muck around with the ABC cases. That
Yep.
should tell you something.
What's the name of Show Me Chauvan? The Show Me Chauvan is the Truth, Lies, and Chauvin Book of Faces. And then you have the Reddit page, which is Tumblr Talk. You can go to Tumblr Talk over on Reddit. Bayou Britt wants to come in here.
I know this is difficult to see, but this is Hippie Harley. This is her mugshot. You can screenshot and then zoom in like once you get off the live. But this is Hippie Harley.
Yeah,
Hippie. Over. I might need to go sit in the cell with her after I'm done.
As you guys know, that Hippie Harley did get arrested. What was it? The day before yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
She did get arrested for a warrant that was outstanding for a crime for a violation that she had committed. Was it on an elderly lady? She pushed somebody down
right after surgery.
Yeah.
Yep.
And messed up her ankle.
Yes, and guys, there is another scammer. Hi, my name is Daniel, and I rescue dogs. He is a scammer as well. You guys know that Scammy Claus usually covers him. And he is a long, extensive
background, and he is wanted in multiple states, and he is on the run, and he is a sex offender, a failure to register, and he also does have weapons, and he's a multi-convicted. Going to tell you something about keeping your eyes open, but I'll tell you in a little bit.
And then also, I don't know if you know this person. Her name is Hal. We're going to be holding a live about her.
Who is that?
Her name is Hal. What is her other name, KK?
Pixie, dumpster Pixie.
Oh my God. Yes, I watch her lives.
Okay, well.
She's the traveling homeless girl.
She's poking at a bear because she's fucking with somebody that I fuck with, and I don't play that shit. And then there's some recordings out there of her doing jokes about Shady Hook and standing on it 10 toes down.
What?
Uh-huh. Yes.
And she doubled down on it. There's also a Reddit. It's on the Think Pink Reddit. I tried to post it on TikTok, but they said nope. You can't post that kind of stuff on TikTok. And she just straight up lied.
That to me?
Yep.
KK. Yeah, because I watched her dumpster Pixie. She travels. She was in Taos, Mexico, was it, that she was trying to get back from?
Well, you know I love my underwear man. And you know that me and homie have done spend time with him, and he is part of our family.
Oh, absolutely. I know him. He travels too.
Yes. And,
yeah, he's a cool guy. I go into his lives and sit and listen to him. He's just genuinely just traveling across the world.
Mm-hmm. And she wanted to have a relationship with him. He turned her down. He wanted to hang out, but nothing more. So she turned into a 14-year-old, and I swear the last month, she has gone live after live after live, spilling nothing but bullshit on him. And then we find out about the Shady Hook shit. And then I find out she's begging for money and she's scamming. And it's not only here, it's Facebook and it's all over else. And there's a whole lot. And then she don't take care of her animals. Yes.
Yeah, Troy is a really nice guy. Very respectful to everybody in his live streams. If you don't watch him, I highly just say go say hi to him. He's a really nice guy. Yeah, I stumbled across her on the For You page recently.
Well, she's hiding from me. She don't want to have a conversation with me.
I sent you the link. I would suggest not playing it out loud if you're gonna listen to it now. Because
I'll listen to it after I get
gross. It's gross.
And we don't play when they play with kids.
Yep. Nope.
Especially a tragedy like that. Nope. Mm-mm. There's some vile people on here.
Oh yeah.
You know.
There is.
And it's getting worse like every day. Every day I get new messages. I got 32 messages because that Blue Eyes was on again.
Yep, I got an email.
I was in there earlier so pissed off. I was like, she kept pissing me off because she wanted to put that little boy on the screen. Well, and it really made me so damn mad. I'm like, ma'am, do not bring your child into this. Do not.
Yeah. Last night it was worse. She kept waking him up and putting him in front of the camera, making him read the comments. The last time she was on, it was, I think they said 20 degrees outside and it was snowing and she locked him out of the house.
Yes, and the police asked her about that tonight and she said no, she didn't.
They've been out there every time. Every time. They don't do nothing.
No, he didn't say nothing.
She said her own man.
So, and someone sent me an email. Apparently she blacked out tonight and she asked for help or something, and paramedics came, but then once they showed up, she declined it. I lives recorded, but I do not stream them live because of how often she shows her baby. So if I do post them publicly, I have to go through and basically blur out the full live, and that takes time for that to process. So I have all of those lives. They're just unlisted because she shows her kids so many times.
Yeah, she does, and that pisses me off so bad because she tries to have him to come on and cuss at people and just do all kinds of craziness.
And Dora, he's 11. He is 11. I double checked. I've got her information. She done went out there and said her mother was dead. I have her information. This lady says she works for the county. She don't have a job. I know she's done taking money from Loyalty Family. There's receipts on that. It's a rabbit hole. Right now.
She's live right now, and I'm gonna go watch her for a little bit after this and kind of just see what she's doing and check in over there. And of course, and KK, thank you so much for sharing that link to me. I'm gonna check that out too.
Yeah,
And
the first one I sent was the comment she made about it, the joke, air quote joke, and then the second link is where she's like, "I'm not sorry. It was just dark humor, basically." Talking about that and like unalive babies.
Yep.
Gross.
That's sick. I definitely am gonna brace myself before listening to that one because
Yeah, but when you get into that,
and
I don't like the way she treats her animals either. So
absolutely. And of course, thank you, KK, for coming in tonight. Thank you, Chris. Thank you, everyone, for coming in and being able to speak your experience with SP. We definitely appreciate it. And like Homie said, he will be hosting a live on SP again, and we will all be there. And of course, we will continue the exposure on SP. So look forward to lots more lives between us all, getting the awareness out there. We're not going to stop. It's not happening. And know that we are here with you. And if you guys need to reach out to us, reach out to us. We're here at any given time.
Absolutely.
You have a voice. Do not be scared. There is no power there. And send your receipts. You could stay anonymous. But know that you have a voice and there's always no fear. We got you. So we got a big enough mouth for all of you.
We do.
Yes.
And
We do.
We'll keep you quiet if you want to be quiet.
Yeah. But thank you, Dora. Thank you for tonight, and thank you for standing with me. I love you. Okay.
I love you, and I love you, and you know
No, we
always
don't love
love
you, Dora, you big jerk.
Oh, Rib, you're an asshole.
Okay, you know I love you. I got you.
And I love you, and I got you. And Brim, I love you, and I got you. And Dora, I love you, and I got you.
And I love you,
All
and I
the
got you
fucking
guys.
feelings tonight. My God, you guys.
Rib, you're a fucking dick.
Look, you guys need me. You know how to get a hold of me. And if you can't, just tell Dora. Tell Rem, go. I'll be there.
Good night, Mama J. I love you.
Good night, Mama J. I love you. Dora, you're still a jerk.
All right, I'm going to drop now as well. Thank you, whoever sent gifts. I was not even paying attention. I recycle them anyways. So I appreciate you, Dora, for having this live.
Always,
and everyone who came forward.
I had to pay her to do this. You know that, right? Let's start that rumor.
Pay her from your OnlyFans account.
Yes, her OnlyFans
I make
account
a lot of money
is
on
$49.99.
OnlyFans. No, it's
so
$499.99. Get it straight with 24% tax because it just went up.
24%.
Yes, 24.
Yeah, she had to pay for my lifetime of bubble baths.
It's very expensive to pay for her water. Good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Thank you, guys. KK, I will be messaging you here in just a few moments.
Bye, guys.
Okay, sounds good.
Thank you guys
I'm
so much.
proud of you, KK.
I'm so proud of you guys. Thank you so much. You guys have an awesome night. If you want to reach out to us, reach out to us. We are here.